H&M Landscape and Sprinkler can do it all. Whether you are looking to sell your home, attract more customers, or beautify your home to enjoy with family and friends, H&M Landscape and Sprinkler has the skill and expertise to get the job done just the way you want. Visit them online at hmlandscapeandsprinkler.com or call 254-732-6818. That's H&M Landscape and Sprinkler. Hello, everybody. David Gibson and Ray Biles coming to you here on our H&M Landscape and Sprinkler pregame show, a state semifinal variety of H&M Landscape and Sprinkler pregame show. Coach, what an exciting week. Maybe kind of catch us up here. What's been going on since the victory over Diboll? How are we doing?
We're doing fine. We celebrated for every bit of 3 hours and got a nap and then came up here Saturday morning and went back to work. So anyway, that's just the nature of where we are right now. But I hope our fans are enjoying it. It was a great crowd last week down at Bryan. I mean, really, the kids fed off of that. It was a huge crowd. And, we appreciate everybody coming out, and hopefully we can fill up Georgetown Thursday night.
You know, Coach, the towels, the Lorena Athletics Association, Eric Strelsky, and those guys had the towels out, and every time a good play happened, from our point of view, it looked fantastic. All the fans waving the towels. You can look across the fans, and you see all the names of the players on the backs of the parents and family members. Just a really incredible scene, and you get a sense of the excitement and the tightness of the community here in Lorena, and fun to see. But so let's turn our attention back to Diboll here for a moment, Coach, and just reflect on that 63-28 victory, or just your reflections on the game.
Well, I thought, on the offensive side of the ball, our kids did a great job. Offensive line, again, I just can't say enough about those kids as far as protecting the quarterback, giving them opportunity to throw the ball, and also being able to create some running lanes. Brett Hansen had a huge night, running the ball. Migna made some good runs in there too. And Ryan was able to get the ball out without a whole lot of pressure. And, when he can throw the ball on time with the receivers that we have, that's a good thing.
Brett really running physical. It seems like, he's always been a physical back, but it seems like to me he's turned it up here in the second half of the season. He's gained a new confidence or something, running really powerful.
Well, you know what? He's a defensive end. So, he could have been a finesse back kind of guy, but, when you play defensive end, here this week, there is no next week. So, I think it's been real easy for us to get our attention, get our focus on Lago, Vista and what they do. And we know we're going to have a good opponent, a tough opponent down in Georgetown Thursday.
For over 40 years, CF Supply Inc. has been serving the interior commercial construction industry needs of Texas. We are a quality supplier of drywall, metal framing, Armstrong acoustical ceilings, joint compound, and commercial wood and metal door openings. We are also a proud distributor of major brands such as Armstrong Ceiling Systems, Schlage, Von Duprin, Sargent, Corbin Russwin, and LCN. Contact CF Supply Inc. today for all of your interior construction needs. You'll find us online at cfsupplyinc.com. Build with CF Supply.
I've been shopping at Bankston's for about 6 years. I like to go to Bankston's because it's a good time for me and my son to bond together.
Everyone who works at Bankston's is very knowledgeable in comic books or sports or video games, and that's really important, is just getting to go there and talk to people, and they know what they're talking about.
I like to shop at Bankston's because I like collecting football cards, and they have everything that I like.
It's a really unique place around here. There's not many other places like it.
Speaking of opponents, two common opponents on the season, Cameron and Little River Academy. They beat Cameron by 2, a high-scoring affair, 64-62. We're talking about Lago Vista, obviously the Vikings this week. Little River Academy lost by 2, 30-28. What did you take from that?
Well, one of the things you always, when you look at a film of a common opponent, at least somebody we played and we're familiar with, then you kind of know all the warts and everything about that particular team. So, when you watch them play Cameron, I can judge, I know how well that kid plays or that kid for Cameron. And so you kind of, it's apples and oranges thing. Same thing with Academy. You kind of know the physical level and the ability that they have. So, because of that, tremendous amount of respect for Lago Vista. They lost a very tight ball game. They could have won easily against Academy, and Academy didn't lose another one for a long, long time. So they're a very good football team.
What do you see from them schematically on offense?
They're going to run spread. They get into multiple sets, give us an awful lot of looks. So we've had to spend quite a bit of time. They have some personnel groups that they interchange in and out with a tight end, without a tight end, 4 wides and things like that. So we spent quite a bit of time just formation recognition to know what's going on, because specific personnel groups are going to be more apt to throw the ball and others to run the ball. So, it comes down to, playing the percentages, by the people that they have on the field, and you've got a pretty good idea of what they may be able to do or what they have done in the past. Doesn't mean they're going to, but at least, if you go off the track record, then you've got something to work with. So, again, they do a very good job of running the ball. They've got a very, very good running back. The quarterback is not afraid to pull it and take off and go, and he's got a good set of feet on him too. He can run very well. They've got several different receivers that they like to target. So offensively, yes, they're going to spread us across the field, and it's going to be a challenge for our defense.
Do they lean? Are they lean run or lean pass balanced?
They'll probably throw a little bit more than the folks that we've been playing lately. Yes, I would say they're not afraid to air it out.
Okay.
They've got a good receiving core too. They've got kids that can go get it. So it's going to be a challenge. Again, I think it's going to be critical for us to be able to put some pressure up front, and don't let him just sit back there and have a great day looking around the field. He's going to have to hopefully get rid of the ball as soon as he wants to.
You mentioned sometimes they run out of a wildcat, number 42, I believe, is David Garcia. He's also defensive end. So.
And we are live from Birkelbach Field here in Georgetown, Texas at Georgetown ISD Athletic Complex. David Gibson, Jerry Brown from the booth. The Leopards have just come out of the tunnel, and it is time to get it on. It's the state semifinal. We've made it, fans, to one game away from the state championship game. The Leopards about to take on Lago Vista, Jared. And what do we see from Lago Vista when we look across their roster?
Well, we see a very dynamic backfield with Bowen Staub and as their quarterback, a very much a dual threat quarterback, can run and throw, likes to get out, run a little bit of option with his running back Logan Parsons. They definitely form a dynamic duo. They've also got a good wide receiver in Ethan Helton, number 11. So little years.
What you got in your hand there?
We've got our white towels. You're going to see them in the stands all night, courtesy of Custom Shower Installers, and also one of our sponsors from all year, Riley's Cookie Company. So definitely want to get you some cookies from Riley Walker. So you're going to see them waving in the stands all night, and really a sharp look. It really pops out in the stands with this Leopard Nation that's here in Georgetown tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You know, it's fun because you think at the beginning of the year, you think all the way back and like, you know, are we good enough to get this far? You know we're good. Can we put it together? Can we play consistent? Can we be fortunate enough to get all the way to this level? And we're one game away against a very good Lago Vista team. When I look at them on film, I see a little bit of a China Spring, maybe not quite that athletic, but they have a talented quarterback. They have a good running back and a set of good receivers there.
And one thing I had
it looks like Lago Vista won the toss, I believe, and they deferred. Let me just check on that real quick. Go ahead, Jared.
I had a chance to talk to Coach Hoffman before the game, and he said this defense does a great job of running to the ball. So they get a lot of guys around the ball, and so it's going to be tough. You know, tough for this Leopard offense. Going to have to play real well tonight.
All right, so the Lago Vista did win the toss, and Lorena will receive, and we're about to get this thing underway, and it's been what a journey. What a journey.
And David, what's been interesting is all season long I've talked to a lot of fans, media pundits, everybody alike, and we ask,
oh, this is incredible. You have this one.
How good is this team? And everybody says, they don't know how they're as good as they want to be. They're going to go as far as their seniors will take them, as far as this offensive line can take them.
Yep.
And so I think we're in for a heck of a ball game tonight.
All right, so let's take a look at our offensive starters now as we're about to get underway. Lorena on offense first. Wide receiver, Michael Moore. Slot, Kason Taylor. Inside receiver, Jaden Porter. You may notice that you don't hear one name on there, and that's Camden Brock. Camden will not be playing tonight. At tight end, we have Caleb Blanick. At running back, Reed Mickna. At quarterback, Ryan Abel. Left tackle, Riley Boozer. Left guard, Wyatt Jones. Center, Elijah Turley. Right guard, Casey Disserens. Right tackle, Marsha Vrana. And kicker, Connor Pewitt. A PAT specialist, Cole Nugent. And, Jared, it's fitting that we end with the offensive line because those guys have done it all year long.
Right. I mean, senior-laden crew, you got Riley Boozer. You got Elijah Turley. You got Marshall Vrana. Casey Disserens. All those guys have done it. And obviously the sophomore, Wyatt Jones, who've done just a phenomenal job all year, and Coach Hoffman said that as they go tonight, this Leopard offense will go. He really thinks they can have some success running the football, but obviously it all depends on what they can do up front.
Yeah, gorgeous stadium here in Georgetown. We're fortunate to be a part of it. We want to say a special thanks to Cody Lewis and Syntex Pond for when you get this deep in the playoffs, there's different things that are needed at a state level, at a funding level, and Cody Lewis stepped up and took care of the fee for us. Also want to thank Kevin Engelbrecht with D1 training. He stepped up as well and has helped us up. And, of course, our very faithful list of sponsors that you'll hear from us about tonight. So exciting to be here in Georgetown, Texas, and we are about to get this thing underway. Set to kick off is Lago Vista. Got an interesting formation at the top of your screen there. Here's a short sky kick. Going to be caught at the 25. That's Kason Taylor. He's trying to get to the far sideline. In trouble. Going backwards now. Can he get back and gain back some of that yardage? He's not able to, and he'll be tackled all the way back inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
It looked like Ryder Phillips on the tackle for the Vikings, David, and I think Taylor wanted to kind of get over to that boundary where it looked like they didn't have a lot of players. Lago Vista did a great job of pursuit, and couldn't escape. So Leopards are going to take over, arguably one of their worst starting field positions of the playoffs, inside their own 20-yard line at their own 18.
You know, Leopards have averaged about 50 points compared to their opponents' 19. I believe it's 57 to 19 on that, and so I worry just a little bit about them coming out, and do they have that edge still? We'll see. Well, I know the coaches are the best in the business at getting that out of them, and we'll find out soon. Here's Ryan Abel. He'll turn, hand it off to Mickna. Mickna up the middle. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up 2 on first down. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Ball spotted right at that 20-yard line.
Yeah, Mickna taken down by the big sophomore defensive tackle, Davin Zurovitz. And, again, Coach Hoffman said that this defensive front is solid, looked a lot like Columbus's did, so it's going to see if the Leopards can actually run the football tonight.
3 wides for your Leopards. Blanick goes in motion again, sets on that left side. Abel faced the screen pass, looking downfield, got a lot of time, but nowhere to throw. Caught across the 30 by Michael Moore, and that'll be our first Jesse Britt Automotive first down of the ball game.
And David, when you look at that, Michael Moore recognized that Abel had to roll out, kind of pointed to the sideline. That's where he was headed. Abel hit him in stride, and he picks up the big first down all the way out to the 33-yard line.
Here we go. Leopards moving with a little bit of tempo now. Ryan Abel got Moat jumping off on the defensive line of Lago Vista, but they get back as Abel looks to the sideline, getting a scope of that defense here. 11-19 here on the Billy Kelly CPA scoreboard. Abel has it, fakes the handoff. Gonna need to roll, getting pressure from the backside. He'll loft the ball downfield. Has a man there, caught by Blanick inside Lago Vista Viking territory.
And David, Caleb Blanick took a big hit from Colin Davis at Lago Vista, hangs onto the ball, and just a great job by Blanick finding the open spot in that little bit of a zone defense, and picking up a huge first down all the way across midfield to the Lago Vista 44-yard line.
Kason Taylor, Jaden Porter, Michael Moore, your three wides to the top of your screen there. Making in the backfield still with Ryan Abel. Leopards are moving the ball inside the 35-yard line at the 34. Handoff to Mickna to the near side. Cuts it up, jumps over a man. He's down inside the 40 to the 36.
David, you always want to be careful when you see a running back kind of leave his feet because it makes him susceptible. But Mickna's so good at jumping over the traffic in front of him, lands on his feet and is tackled, but not before he picks up 8 yards on first down all the way down to the 41-yard line. Correction, 36-yard line.
Yeah, I think I said the first one wrong. 10-12 left on the clock here, 10-11 as it continues to run. Here come the Leopards after they get the call from the sideline. Kason Taylor. Hand it off again to Mickna. He'll lower his shoulder and try to fall forward and now get a little bit of a help there. And I think he's going to have enough for another Jesse Britt Automotive first down to the 33.
Yeah, that extra push gave him the additional 2 yards he needed to pick up the first down. So now down to the 33-yard line, Leopards moving the ball well on this first drive, mixing it up, 3 runs, 2 passes so far.
Leopards averaging 47 points on the season. 47 points. And over 50 here in the playoffs, 57, I believe. Actually, it's 49, I believe, and 57 here in the playoffs. Ryan Abel looking over the defense. He'll send Jaden Porter in motion to the far side. Hand off to Mickna. Run blitz, bring it up the middle with a little bit of a hole. He'll pick up about 5 yards on first down.
Yeah, you had Miles Topo come in on a run blitz as the Vikings linebacker. Reed kind of sidesteps him, picks up about a gain of 5 on first down inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line.
Fresh back coming into the field, Rhett Hansen will replace Mickna. Kason Taylor here to the bottom of your screen, Michael Moore to the top, as we'll have Blanick at tight end. Jaden Porter also here to the bottom of your screen. Taylor goes in motion behind Abel. Handoff. Hansen jumps over a man, will fall forward, and he will lose a yard there and bring up third down and 6.
Yeah, again, that's Miles Topo kind of coming up. That time, as Hansen tries to jump through it, he doesn't quite get there. Stopped really for no gain. So looking at about a third and kind of a long 5 from the Lago Vista 29 here in the first quarter.
$8:18 on the clock. The Billy Kelly CPA scoreboard. We want to thank you for joining us here on Look Live Streams. Abel rolling to the far side. Hansen will stay in the block. Kason Taylor's down there, but Abel's looking for having a hard time finding somebody to throw off the hands incomplete. And Jared will have facing the fourth down here, kind of in no man's land.
Yeah, it looked like Abel was rolling to his left and just kind of waited maybe a second or two too long to try to hit Kason Taylor on the little bit of the out route. And yeah, I definitely think you're in 4-down territory here at the Lago Vista 29-yard line. Be about a 46-yard field goal. I think that's a little out of Cole Nugent's range right now.
All right, it's 4th down and 6. Big play early here in the state semifinal. Abel rolling, throwing.
It looked like the dynamic duo of Joe Gutshaw and Baxter Bankston stopping Logan Parsons for a minimal gain of 1.
Logan Parsons there on the carry for the Vikings. So here's 3rd down and 7. Big play for the Vikings early.
Everette's kick goes out of the end zone, touchback. Leopards will have the ball first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
6:46 here in the first quarter. Leopards with the ball at the 25-yard line here. And, Jared, for the first time this season, kind of down early, got to answer.
Well, and interesting, the Driveway Company stat, I believe it is the first time that Lorena has trailed since week 2.
So week 2 being the China Spring game, where China Spring jumped up to a 21-0 halftime lead. But we've certainly got this in us. Here's a handoff up the middle. Big hole, 35-40. Look out at the race to the end zone. 40, 30. Leopards on the prowl. Touchdown, Leopards.
Well, the easiest way to get a score back is to go one play drive 75 yards. That's an easy
That's
stat.
a pretty easy Toby's Auto stat. Right?
Toby's Auto drive summary, one play, 75 yards. Rhett Hansen with reservations for 6 in the south end zone. Leopards look to tie this ball game up with the extra point. The Bankston's kick by Cole Nugent on its way.
Taylor Cargill waits the snaps, down, hold, kick on the way. Kick is good. And so big answer there, Jared. I don't know about you, but that Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt touchdown couldn't have come any sooner for me in terms of seeing the Leopards down early.
Do have a flag on the field. So we'll wait to see.
Give me your hand so I can see. Let me see this. If it's up, it's okay. Here's the handoff. Keep Evan, a terrific first quarter. Some defense early and then some offense. Here's the handoff. Migna looking for room. He's got some room. 50. Migna 45. Migna in a fight. 30. 25. Stiff arm 20. Migna 10. 5. Is he in? He's out of bounds. They say we're bad still. Get in the egg, get the thing. Get it on the field first. Okay. A 3-yard touchdown plunge by Migna is good, and with the extra point by Nugent, the Leopards take a 21-0 lead with 10:49 here remaining in the second quarter. So, Jared, a lot going on. Obviously, having a little bit of technical difficulty up here in the booth, but what have we seen here in the last?
Out of the south, so we'll see if Connor Hewitt can get his foot into a ball here and drive it deep into the end zone for a touchback.
Here is the kick on the way. A nice wobbling kick, going to be caught at the 11. 15, trying to get to the middle of the field. Hit there by a Leopard, and then, as always, a host of Leopards show up and finish him off. Flag comes in late.
And I think that was Brett Boyles on the stop there. He's getting held and makes a tackle at the same time. So it's going to push the Vikings back probably to about their own 15-yard line. Well, they will start on offense here in the second quarter.
Getting the return, holding on the receiving team, number 3. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick.
So here comes Lago Vista off the sideline, led by Bowen Staub. And Jared, a little bit of a pressure for the Vikings right now as they find themselves suddenly down against a very aggressive and Leopard team with a lot of momentum. Here's the keeper, Staub. He's got the 20. Trying to break it outside. He'll stiff arm Michael Moore, but Michael Moore says no thanks, slings him to the ground.
Hey, David, that's one of the most ferocious tackles I think I've seen in all the playoffs by Michael Moore, let alone any Leopard defender. Yeah, Bowen Staub picks up about 7, almost 8 yards on first down, but Michael Moore just doesn't let go and slings him down by his shoulder pad, letting Bowen Staub that he's in for a long night if he wants to run the ball against the Leopards.
That'll bring up a 2nd down and 3 from the 21. Logan Parsons in the backfield alongside Staub. 3 wides there for the Vikings. They give it to Parsons. He bounces it outside. He's got the 22. He makes it up to the 25-yard line. He'll have a Viking first down.
Yeah, just got good job by Parsons, kind of stair-stepping his way up the field, steps out of bounds, but not before Lago Vista picks up a first down. Ball out to their own 25-yard line here. Under 9 minutes left to go here in the first half. 9:51 on the clock. Leopards up 21-7 on the Billy Kelly CPA scoreboard.
Well, here we go. First and 10 for the Vikings at the 25-yard line. Staub back there with Parsons. They fake it to him, sling it out in the flat. One-on-one situation by Britton. Viking wins it. He's across the 35, and he'll run out of bounds around the 41-yard line for a big first down for Lago Vista.
Yeah, good job by Ethan Helton. I think Britton kind of came in with instead of a straight-on angle, he was kind of shallow and allowed Helton to get around him, and he takes it all the way out to the 41-yard line for Lago Vista and another first down.
Here's the play. Ball to 41. Lago Vista trying to get some momentum together here, trying to see if they can't get it in the end zone before halftime. Pick up a 3 there on first down by Parsons.
Parsons once again with the carry. Short gain on the play, second down.
Second down and 7 for the Vikings. Here. Ball at they need the 49 of Lorena. Stops, throws, far sideline. Almost, I said almost intercepted, but it was over both of their heads considerably there. Case and Pitts down there on the defense.
Yeah, good job by Cody Thorne and Baxter Bankston. Really putting some pressure on Staub, kind of forcing him to get rid of the ball, I think, sooner than he wanted to, and causing the overthrow. It's going to bring up about third and 7 for this Lago Vista offense. That's really the only time they've been past midfield tonight was after the muff punt by Casey Taylor. Outside of that, Leopards have forced 3 punts.
Third down and 7. Leopards trying to get the ball back. They got the kickoff after Lago Vista deferred. Up 21-7. Here's the keeper by Staub. Up the middle. He'll be pushed backwards short of the first down. He got up to about the 47, but no further.
Yeah, I think the Leopards saw something. I looked over at the coach's booth next to us, and Coach Daly, on the defensive coach in the booth, was pointing across the field. So the Leopards kind of realized that that was probably something that was coming, and they make the big stop on fourth down.
Well, it's fourth down, and that's
caught a long 4.
Yeah, that would be a D1 training defensive stop for the Leopards if they elected to kick, but it looks as though down 21-7 early, maybe Lago Vista senses that, hey, even this early, we can't let this thing get out of hand.
They've got to have a sense of urgency at this point and need to get a first down.
David Garcia lined up.
And it looks like he may get hit with an unsportsmanlike conduct, a taunting penalty, as there was a flag thrown.
Penalty? Why would that be an automatic first down?
I don't understand if it's after the play, but I can't figure out if the Leopard defense is still going out on the field. And that's going to be a question if it's after the play.
Our booth expert, if you will, officiating expert, Benjamin Huey, says it's an automatic if it's an unsportsmanlike. All right.
It should be from the spot of the foul. Yeah,
well, and now
it should be from the pre.
Unsportsmanlike occurred after the play.
There we go.
It's Lorena's ball, first and 10.
Okay, so initially he said automatic first down, not the correct call. Now he corrects it and says Lorena ball, and that's exactly what we thought up here in the booth. Leopards with the ball at the 46-yard line. They've got 7:47 to work with here in our state semifinal game from Georgetown. Abel looking to throw, has got a lot of pressure. Gets a block, Slings it across the field towards the sideline. Incomplete. Was intended for Reed Mickna.
We got another flag down.
Pass is incomplete to number 20. Reed Mickna. Flag on the play.
We'll wait the call. Looks like the Leopards walking back, so looks like it could be holding against Lorena.
Personal foul, illegal blindside block on the offense, number 59. Penalty is 15 yards from the previous spot on Baines first down.
Three wides for the Leopards. Cason Taylor goes in motion. Now he comes back the other way. Handoff up the middle. Mickna. Big hole by the Leopards. Mickna cross the 40. Pickup of, well, let's see, about 11 yards there on that first down. And that brings up a second and short after the penalty.
Yeah, got most of the penalty yardage back, so at least puts the Leopards in a manageable down and distance on second down. Mickna's going to make a cutback back across midfield all the way down to about the 45-yard line. Still fighting for yardage, David, and he picks up a Jesselbert Automotive first down as he lunges across the 45-yard line to the Lago Vista 44. Just a phenomenal effort, individual effort by Reed Mickna.
Got to tell you, as here come the Leopards on tempo, but you got to hate being the defense, having to take on that huge offensive line and then tackle Mickna in space. Abel towards the sideline, caught by Moore, slips one tackle, makes another man miss inside the 35, makes another man miss, 25, the 20-yard line, and slung out of bounds inside the D1 training red zone.
David, here's how you know how good that catch and run by Michael Moore was. He made a guy miss and then made enough other guys miss that the first guy he made miss was able to run back and end up pushing him out of bounds, but not before he picks up a Jesselbert Automotive first down and gets it inside the D1 red zone.
Handoff up the middle. Mickna inside the 15 down to the 13. A pickup of 5 there on first down, second down and 5. Reminder that all plays in the red zone tonight brought to you by D1 Training. You set the goal, we help you get there.
Well, it looks like we've got an injury. Mickna's trying to come off the field and just can't, kind of goes down right in the middle of the field. And David, you hate to see this for the Leopard senior. Lorena athletic trainer Whitney Rogers out to take a look at him, but not a good sign as he was trying to run off the field and just kind of fell to the turf. You know, he's been battling kind of that nagging heel injury for several weeks, and I just wonder if he re-aggravated something.
Well, we can't really see it. He's actually at an angle where he's turned away from us, but it does look like she's working on the lower leg. Coach Biles out there as well. You just hope it's something where, but clearly for Mickna to not be able to get off the field and to take his helmet. Can we take a commercial? All right, tell you what. Oh, Mickna now, never mind. Mickna up, and it does, you know, Jared, just like you said, the way he's walking, it does
right, yeah, the right foot is super gingered. He can't even put weight on it now.
He's been, you know, guy is tough as nails, been battling this heel all season long, and you know, you hear he's not going to play, then he comes in and breaks off a 72-yard touchdown, and tough as nails. We hoping the best for Reed there. Leopards with the ball at the 13-yard line. They need the 8 for the next first down. Abel's going to hand it off to Hansen. Big hole, 10, 5, touchdown. Red Hansen, touchdown Leopards.
Yeah, Red Hansen scores there for the Lynch Pharmacy Hewitt touchdown. David, but you know, I'm sure he's thinking about Reed at this point. As we take a look at the replay there, phenomenal job by Hansen following his blockers and that huge offensive line, just doing a great job all night. Cole Nugent on for the extra point out of the hold of Taylor Cargill. Leopards need to get another lineman onto the field. Jackson Blackwell runs on there late. Gets in there as Nugent gets ready to put the ball through the uprights. He does, and the Leopards extend their lead to 28-7. 6:08 left to go here in the second quarter. Let's take a break.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back with more of our Syntex Pond broadcast of Lorena Leopards playoff football right after this.
Syntex Pond boasts the highest quality customer service in the pond business. Syntex Pond loans more than the competition and has great retail prices on used goods. With locations in Waco, Temple, and now Hewitt, Syntex Pond is there when you need them. Visit 801 East Waco Drive in Waco or 1402 West Adams Avenue in Temple, and the brand new location at 520 North Hewitt Drive. Customer service, higher loans, and great retail prices. That's Syntex Pond.
And welcome back into the Syntex Pond broadcast of Lorena Leopards football. After your Lorena Leopards once again punch it in the end zone for a Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt touchdown. The Bankston's extra point is good, and we are up 28-7 with a slight glance, if you will, towards AT&T Stadium. I know it's too early to say that.
Way too early.
6:08 left on the Billy Kelly CPA scoreboard as
David, let me give you
Connor Pewitt lines up the kickoff here.
As he goes to put his foot into it, give you the Driveway Company stats update. Lorena with over 300 yards of offense. Lago Vista 47.
Connor Pewitt swings his leg. Nice end over end kick all the way down to the 5. 15, trying to get to the sideline, does. 20, 25, cuts it back inside, now knocked to the ground.
And look at Connor Pewitt making the tackle coming up from the kicker position. You know, he plays linebacker on defense most of the time, but also does the kicking duties. But David, 47 yards of total offense, and we want to give a special thanks to Dr. Cody Kellner taking care of stats for us tonight, giving us that the Driveway Company stat update. So big thanks to him as this Leopard defense comes out and really with a lot of momentum at their back and just really looking to kind of continue to thwart this Lago Vista offense.
5:59 on the second quarter clock as the Leopards come off the sideline. Staub and Parsons in the backfield. 4 wide, a option to Parsons. Hit at the line of scrimmage, fights his way through it up near the 40-yard line. They'll give him a gain of 6 on first down.
Yeah, and again, good job by Bowen Staub forcing the defensive lineman to commit, makes the pitch to Parsons, gets about a gain of 6, but not before Jackson Generals runs him out of bounds.
Jared, the Leopards have absolutely dominated here in the playoffs and so far appear to be on track to do that again. 2nd down and 4. Staub throws it out, intended for a receiver at the 45-yard line, incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, Joe Gutshaw right in his face again, kind of forcing the errant throw. And just, I mean, those are the type of things they don't appear on a stat sheet, but he's making a huge difference. Really, all of those guys along the defensive line are all playing great tonight. Red Hansen comes in as Hutton Scott comes off. The Leopards with a big 3rd down, looking to get a big 3rd down stop here as Lago Vista's got a 3rd and about 4 from their own 40-yard line.
Staub waiting on the snap. He's got it. Steps up. Looked like a planned draw. He's trying to get to the near sideline. Now throws and immediately hit by Michael Moore. Very close. Ball's on the ground. Joe Gutshaw with it. 25-20. Gutshaw 10. Gutshaw touchdown Leopards.
David, I have no words. I mean, they got a flag down. I'm not sure if it's going to be just an absolutely.
I caught it on the replay.
Vicious hit. Did it pop up in the air and he pick it off?
Michael Moore hit him and it basically began to bobble it. Gutshaw took it right off his hands and ran into the end zone for a touchdown.
So that's going to go as an interception return for a touchdown if it stands. We had a flag right at about the 4-yard line, so I'm not sure.
My guess is that's probably a blocking situation, don't you think?
There was nobody. There were 5 Leopard players around Gutshaw. No one was anywhere near him. So.
Well, and you know, I was going to say before that play, you'd mentioned, you know, Gutshaw.
During the return, illegal block below the waist by the defense, number 2. That penalty is enforced from the spot of the foul, 15 yards. It's first down, Lorena.
Spot of the foul being at the 4-yard line, which means it should mark it back to the 19, and that's where they do put it.
But what a hit! We actually talked about this coming down here. Michael Moore kind of stepping in at a safety position, and also and just absolutely laying a vicious hit on Lago Vista receiver. Gutshaw kind of pulls it out of his hands and runs it back, and now Leopard's looking to inside the D1 red zone as Ryan Abel's going to take the snap. He's going to hand off to Red Hansen and all the way down inside the 10-yard line.
All right, so 2nd down and 4 to go. Abel on a rollout, throws it, caught. Ritchie inside the 5, trying to get to the goal line. They'll say touchdown, Leopards.
Well, looks like he was tackled. We take a look at the CF Supply replay. He's going to bobble this ball. It looked like he was short of the goal line, David, as Ethan Helt tried to cut him down, but I don't know if he was able to reach the ball across the goal line or not. They're going to call it a touchdown, a Lentz Pharmacy Hewitt touchdown, as Cole Nugent on to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Taylor Cargill.
Nugent perfect on the night so far. Kick on the way. Kick is good, and we'll take a commercial break and come back with more of Leopards playoff football, brought to you by Syntex Pond right after this.
Offsides on the defense.
Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs are focused on meeting the needs of small to medium independent businesses. With expertise in strategic accounting and tax services, Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs will provide you with the structure planning, estate planning, compliance, and accounting your business needs. Put the experts to work for you. Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs PLLC. Call 432-682-0963 or go online at dhc-pca.net.
Welcome back into Birkelbach Field here in Georgetown, Texas. David Gibson, Jared Brown coming live to you up here in the press box. Your Leopards up 35-7. And Jared, we're in a state semifinal game. We're up 35-7 with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. I think it's safe to say at this point this Leopard team is special.
Well, they know what they do well, and they do it well. And you've seen where Reed Migna and Red Hansen have dominated running the ball tonight, and they get down inside the 20-yard line, and what do? They call a play-action pass where Abel pulls it, hits his tight end out on the drag, and Kai Ritchie does the rest, gets into the end zone.
And what a game by Gutshaw so far. You know, they'll spot the ball at the 35-yard line, and Gutshaw kind of says, yeah, you know what, let's move that back to the 32 right in the middle of the play. Here's the kick. Down the middle of the field. Caught at the 4. Lago Vista trying to get something going. To the sideline, 25-30. Leopard comes up, and that's Drew Britton who will upend him off his sticks at the 35-yard line, and that's where Lago Vista takes over.
Yeah, David, we got to take a look at the CF Supply replay here. As you're going to see, it's a good job getting around the end, and then Drew Britton just comes and what a phenomenal tackle. And you look at that again, it's going to go down as a tackle for Britton, but that's how it's going to look on the stat sheet. But just, you look at the last drive, and Michael Moore, with his ferocious hits. Now Drew Britton kind of laying the wood as Lago Vista takes over at their 35-yard line. Leopards really bringing it tonight on defense.
Here comes Lago Vista. Stop. Parsons in the backfield. They're going to give it to Parsons. He's looking for room. And that'll be a pickup of about 4 on first down. Clock running at 4:38 here in quarter on your Billy Kelly CPA scoreboard.
And again, Gutshaw chasing him down from behind along with Drew Britton fighting off the block of Wyatt Forbes, the lineman for Lago Vista.
I want to remind you, all replays this season are brought to you by CF Supply, Inc. And a reminder to build with CF Supply. Sorry, Jared.
Oh, you're good.
Ball at the 39-yard line. Bankston, Gutshaw across the front there. Here's a fake. Keeper by Staub. He's across the 40. He'll be met by Elston and Ferguson and pushed back after a gain of 2.
Yeah. And, David, do you think when Lago Vista came into this game tonight, I mean, they've watched Lorena tape. They've seen what the scores have looked like. Do you think they thought themselves they'd be down 35-7 with almost 4 minutes left to go in the first half?
I don't think any competitor worth their salt at this level thinks they're going to be down. But, no, you're right, man. It's a great point. And it just goes to show you how the Leopards have just overwhelmed this team. I mean, they're not able right now. They're not able to do anything. I mean, they're not able to put a long drive together or get a stop or get any kind of pressure in the backfield when they're on defense. It's really been a game dominated by the Leopards so far. Two backs this time in the backfield. Staub rolling to the near side. Throws the ball downfield, has a man down there, caught on the sideline, and then steps out of bounds immediately right around the 35.
That was Barron Calden on the reception for Lago Vista. And it looked like Jaden Porter just kind of got turned around a little bit, didn't know where the ball was, and Calden made a good catch right on the sideline. And that's the first time this Lago Vista offense has crossed midfield tonight. I'll wait for Cody Kellner to confirm that or not. But first time they're into Leopard territory down to the 35-yard line.
Under the scrimmage, nobody in the area though, and they'll be incomplete. Bring up 2nd down and 10.
These Leopard defensive ends. That time, I believe Braylon Henry pressuring Bowen Staub, who I don't know that he's faced pressure like this all year. He can do nothing but just throw it out of bounds. Be 2nd down and 10 for the Lago Vista Vikings. 3:06 left to go here in the first half.
What a first half by your Leopards here in Georgetown. Staub waiting on the snap. He's got it. Hands it off to Garcia. No, it's keeper. Sorry. Stop at the 30. 20 into the open. 10, 5. Touchdown, Lago Vista.
David, you got to tip your cap to Bowen Staub there as he faked the pitch with his offhand, kind of fooled the Leopard defense. He cuts it up and takes it in for the 35-yard touchdown run. Which really, I think, if you're the Lago Vista Vikings, you've got to have that at this point. If you're not able to get the ball in the end zone on this drive, it could be, could be time to say goodnight.
2:57 is where the clock stops. Lago Vista looks like maybe they want to go for 2, and they opt otherwise as they bring on the kicking team. Kick is up, and the kick is good. That moves our score to 35-14, 2:57 left. We'll take a commercial break. We'll be right back with more of the Syntex Pond broadcast right after this.
Faced with an auto repair, all you really want is to be treated fairly and to have it done right the first time. Well, Lorena's own Jesse Britt has been doing just that for over 20 years. Jesse Britt's Automotive is a full-service repair shop that can handle any of your automotive needs. Jesse's highly trained staff handles both foreign and domestic repairs, offers competitive pricing, and 100% customer satisfaction. Jesse Britt's Automotive even offers a free shuttle service to help ease your burden while you wait. So the next time you are faced with an auto repair, trust Jesse Britt to treat you fairly and to do it right the first time. Jesse Britt's Automotive, where they discount the price, not your service.
Welcome back into Birkelbach Field here in Georgetown, Texas. David Gibson, Jared Brown up 35-14. Leopards looking strong here in the first half, trying to punch their ticket to AT&T Stadium for the first time since 1989.
David, how many other games are going on in 3A Division I tonight?
That would be none.
One, right?
Other games?
Other game. There's one other game tonight, right?
Yes.
The other state semifinal.
Yes.
Right now, the Brock Eagles lead Mount Vernon 21-7 at halftime.
Okay. So it's looking like maybe a Brock and Lorena matchup here. 15, 20, Colton Dale up across the 25 as the speedster manages to get to the middle of the field, and Leopards start with 2:51 on the clock at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, solid job by Colton Dale finally getting. We haven't really called his name much tonight as Lago Vista hadn't thrown his way. It's his first chance to return a kick. Solid job out across out to the 25, where the Leopards will take over. 2:51 left to go here in the first half. See if the Leopards can take it down and put some more points on the board.
And here those Leopards come off the sideline. Michael Moore, Kason Taylor to the bottom of your screen. Porter in the slot. Handoff straight to Red Hansen on a direct snap. He's up across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 6 on first down. Clock runs.
Yeah, David, I think we saw Lorena do this against, I think it was Woodville, where they snapped it directly to Red Hansen. He kind of goes right up the middle for about a gain of 6 on first down.
Here's Abel, waiting on the snaps, got it, looking to throw. Hansen stays in the block, plenty of time. Downfield caught on a sliding catch by Michael Moore right around the sticks. And I think that'll be a Jesse Britt Automotive first down.
where the official has it marked. It's across the 35 at the 36. So yeah, good for another first down. Clock will stop while they move the chains. Now rolling again as it'll dip under 2 minutes here to go in the first half. Both teams still with all 3 timeouts remaining.
Here's the handoff coming to the near side, trying to bounce its Hansen, stiff arm. Up across to the 40-yard line. They'll push him back there, so a pickup of about 4. I'll wait and see where they spot it before I say for sure. And they're going to spot him at the 39, so give him 3.
3-yard gain on the play, second down.
I'd say the Leopards aren't in a real hurry, but moving with some tempo.
1:32 here before halftime. Slung out in the flat. Porter 40, 45, look out 50, flag down, 45, 40, a race to the corner, 20, 10, touchdown Leopards. We'll wait and see the meaning of the flag.
I think you're either going to get a block in the back or potentially a lineman downfield.
I believe it is going to be a lineman downfield. Looked like we had, one of the linemen downfield blocking. On the replay, you can see it there on the near sideline.
And I think, though,
There's no foul for pass interference if the pass was completed behind the line.
Well, shows what I know, because it was in the passes behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, thank you, Ben.
Everybody home's going, that's not. Yeah.
Well, and I think that was the case, is because it was essentially like a screen pass.
Right.
There's not pass interference. So again, ball was on the 39, so let's call that a 61-yard touchdown pass. Ryan able to Jaden Porter.
41-14, Leopards up big here in the first half from Birkelbach Stadium here in Georgetown. Cole Nugent on to add the extra point. Kick on the way.
Another Bankston's Sports Cards, Comics, and Collectibles.
There you go.
Through the fork, Leopards extend it to 42-14.
When I started over 3 years ago, my first goal was to really consider losing a little bit of weight. But really different than losing, I would really like to say that I've gained something. I've gained confidence, I've gained strength, I've gained stamina. So it's always interesting in today's society, right? We want to be leaner, we want to be smaller and so forth. And so we have this weight loss mentality. But to me, the gains have been more dramatic than anything else.
And welcome back into Birkelbach Field here at Georgetown ISD Athletic Complex. David Gibson and Jared Brown watch your Lorena Leopards jump out 42-14. Big here, and Jared, I mean, 42-14, it's not over yet. We're not to halftime. I get it, but the Leopards definitely look good in terms of being able to make that trip up to I-35 into Dallas, and we'll see if that holds.
Yeah, I mean, right now they seem to be firing on all cylinders. Again, simple screen pass that Jaden Porter turns into a 61-yard touchdown to extend the lead. And again, just this, everybody contributing, everybody doing their job, has the Leopards now up by 28.
Connor Pewitt on the kick. Down the middle of the field again. Going to be caught at the 4. Leopards there. He slips through a little bit, but he'll trip forward up around the 25-yard line. Actually, they'll mark him down to 24.
That's Gavin Hester on the return, David. A really good job by Jacob Jackson there, staying in his lane. Doesn't quite make the tackle, but forces Hester to kind of make a move into where there's a lot of traffic, and the Leopard kicking team brings him down. Lago Vista is going to take over at their own 24-yard line. Just 1:07 left to go here in this first half of the state semifinal game.
Leopards looking strong. Staub with it, rolling to the near side, pressure right up the middle from Bankston. They'll throw it across, caught across the 35 and immediately down, but it will be a first down for the Vikings up near the 36.
Yeah, good catch there by Baron Calden as he kind of had to turn around, which brought him down to the turf, but not before he picks up about 11 yards and a Lago Vista first down. Clock still running, 50 seconds left to go on the Billy Kelly CPA scoreboard. Lago Vista doesn't seem to be in a hurry as they're still getting the play in from the sideline.
Of course, yeah, I mean, here's trouble. Braylon Henry there. They're going to throw it out of bounds. Braylon Henry and Baxter Bankston right up the middle. just gave him no time at all, Jared, to set his feet and throw.
Right. Again, like we talked about before the game, like Staub likes to roll. They like to move the pocket. He likes to roll, and he throws real well on the run. But when you've got Braylon Henry in your face, among others, doesn't really allow you to do what you're good at.
Clock at 32 seconds is where it stops. Kaysen Taylor drops back into coverage. Bankston right on the side. Kaysen pissed there as well. Screen pass, incomplete, intended for Logan Parsons. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, and Parsons is probably glad he didn't catch that, as Jackson Generals had him in his crosshairs and was ready to deliver another big hit on defense as Leopard's looked to get another D1 training stop.
I want to make sure and thank Syntex Pond and Cody Lewis, as well as Kevin Engelbrecht and D1 Training for sponsoring the broadcast tonight. Picking up the licensing fee there from Valley Sports. Appreciate those guys. There's a handoff into the line of scrimmage. Pickup of 1. That'll bring up 4th down, and see if the Leopards stop the clock. It's 20, 19, 18, 17. Looks like they're going to let it run.
I mean, when you're up 42-14, I think you want to take this to halftime, happy with where you're at, firing on all cylinders, and get it to the second half of this state semifinal game.
Yep. Well, it's been all Leopards here in the first half. They've looked every bit as good as you hoped they would, as their fans cheer them off the field. Towels waving here on the near sideline, cowbells ringing, and we are at halftime. Our H&M Landscape and Sprinkler halftime show. Leopards up 42-14. We'll take a commercial break and come back with that halftime show right after this.
Samuel Grismer. I've been coming here for about a year and a half. It's a great place. It's so much fun working out. The environment's awesome. I love how lively it is, all the music playing, how we get to work out on like this massive turf field, use all the equipment. Everything's so awesome. I've grown so much. I can picture myself the way that I was, now the way that I am now, and it's like a massive gap. If you want to get better, if you actually want to get better, this would be a great place because they actually work on your goals, not just like, all right, do this, do this, do this, do this, but they let you improve and push yourself to the limit. They know your limits better than anyone. They know what's best for you, and so they will always give you what's best for you. I mean, I'm just so comfortable here working out because I know that they have my best interest in mind. And yeah, it's awesome. The coaches are great.
For 40 years, CF Supply Inc. has been serving the interior commercial construction industry needs of Texas. We are a quality supplier of drywall, metal framing, Armstrong acoustical ceilings, joint compound, and commercial wood and metal door openings. We are also a proud distributor of major brands such as Armstrong Ceiling Systems, Schlage, Von Duprin, Sargent, Corbin Russwin, and LCN. Contact CF Supply Inc. today for all of your interior construction needs. You'll find us online at cfsupplyinc.com. Build with CF Supply.
Driveway problems? Look no further than the Driveway Company. We deliver the highest level of professional service and care for each and every customer. We're trained, courteous, and take pride in our finished results. If you have a driveway, patio, pool, or other concrete problem, do what hundreds of other customers have already done. Trust the experts and schedule an appointment today to find out what the Driveway Company can do for you.
Landscape and Sprinkler is your one-stop shop for turning your dream vision for the environment outside of your home or business into a reality. From laying sod and installing sprinklers to the finer beautifying touches and year-round maintenance, H&M Landscape and Sprinkler can do it all. Whether you are looking to sell your home, attract more customers, or beautify your home to enjoy with family and friends, H&M Landscape and Sprinkler has the skill and expertise to get the job done just the way you want. Visit them online at hmlandscapeandsprinkler.com or call 254-732-6818. That's H&M Landscape and Sprinkler.
Recently discovered Bankston's when I was hanging out with my dad. We came by. Being a huge fan of most anything nerd related, I came in, saw all the collectibles, and kind of lost my mind a little bit. Bankston's has most every franchise that I can think of. collectibles for everyone, from high-end spenders down to people who are just there to look for comics.
Individuals are always looking for something that's going to be exceptional, and I think that's what we achieve.
Syntex Pawn boasts the highest quality customer service in the pawn business. Syntex Pawn loans more than the competition and has great retail prices on used goods. With locations in Waco, Temple, and now Hewitt, Syntex Pawn is there when you need them. Visit 801 East Waco Drive in Waco or 1402 West Adams Avenue in Temple, and the brand new location at 520 North Hewitt Drive. Customer service, higher loans, and great retail prices. That's Syntex Pawn. CPA and the Dutton Harris & Company CPAs are focused on meeting the needs of small to medium independent businesses. With expertise in strategic accounting and tax services, Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris & Company CPAs will provide you with the structure planning, estate planning, compliance, and accounting your business needs. Put the experts to work for you. Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris & Company CPAs PLLC. Call 432-682-0963 or go online at dhc-pca.net. Faced with an auto repair, all you really want is to be treated fairly and to have it done right the first time. Well, Lorena's own Jesse Britt has been doing just that for over 20 years. Jesse Britt's Automotive is a full-service repair shop that can handle any of your automotive needs. Jesse's highly trained staff handles both foreign and domestic repairs, offers competitive pricing, and 100% customer satisfaction. Jesse Britt's Automotive even offers a free shuttle service to help ease your burden while you wait. So the next time you are faced with an auto repair, trust Jesse Britt to treat you fairly and to do it right the first time. Jesse Britt's Automotive, where they discount the price, not your service. Did you know that half of Americans who use mail-order pharmacy miss their medications due to late delivery? Well, Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt offers all the conveniences of the large corporate pharmacies, but also offers fast, friendly service and the convenience of a local drive-thru and free delivery. Free delivery. If you are in need of a flu shot, now is the perfect time to visit Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt with no appointment necessary. Come by 511 North Hewitt Drive or call us at 254-666-5000. Stop waiting on the mail. Try Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt and let us take the frustration out of your pharmacy experience today. Games, sports memorabilia, and collectibles have to do with the best morning menu in the great state of Texas? You can find them all under the same roof at Butter My Biscuit Cafe. Owner Lee Bankston has built a menu around her hot, fresh, always handmade biscuits that really is the best around. Butter My Biscuit Cafe is waiting for you 7 to 2 Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 2 on Saturdays. Whether it's games, sports memorabilia, or simply the best breakfast brunch around, treat yourself to the place food critics and families are raving about. That's Butter My Biscuit Cafe.
And welcome back into Birkelbach Field here in Georgetown, Texas. About, an hour or so south of Lorena, if you will, maybe 50 minutes, depending on how fast you're driving. But we're at halftime. Leopards up big and really in control of this football game. Jared, after that kind of initial exchange of defenses where they were kind of feeling each other out, it's been all Leopards and dominating the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. Really, we just have to credit the lines of this game because Hansen and Mickna and who's ever carrying the ball is running through truck-size holes on offense. And then you have Bankston and Pitts and Gutshaw and Thorne just continuing to move the line of scrimmage backwards on defense. And, man, that's the name of the game as the Leopards are up big, 42-14. Thank you so much for joining us here on Look Live Streams. David Gibson, Jared Brown here in the booth. The state semifinal game, and Leopards looking to punch their tickets. We are 30 minutes of football away, Jared, from punching the ticket to Jerry World and a chance to play for the first state title since 1987. One interesting fact, if you're not familiar with Leopards football, back then, a running back by the name of John Henry was in the backfield when the Leopards won their state championship. And his son, Braylon Henry, is in the backfield tonight. Actually, he's not in the backfield. He's on defense playing linebacker. He is in the backfield. He's in the opponent's backfield, I should say. Braylon, a terrific athlete in his own right, and he has been the leading tackler here on defense. He's benefiting from terrific defensive line play, Jared. But what a special night here as the Leopards are dominating so far in this football game.
Yeah, I think they're David, you said it best that the offensive line, defensive line for the Leopards are really dominating this game. Like it's not a matter of it being, oh, it's quasi close or whatnot. They're absolutely dominating. Bowen Staub really has no time to throw in the backfield. If it's not Gutshaw and Bankston, it's Pitts and Henry, and then you've got Drew Britton coming up to make plays. Cody Thorne getting through there. Really, everybody that's out on that defensive line is having a ton of success.
And I know with the issues that we've had with the internet here in the press box at Georgetown, which been very frustrating for us as we. Well, I don't want to go too much into it, but the internet issues here in the press box have made the first half pretty shaky in terms of the stream. We've got that fixed now, running off I want to call it a secondary device, but it's more like a tertiary device. But so our stats, and what I'm getting at, Jared, I guess, is our stats are probably not as complete as we would hope they would be. But we hopefully will get a look at that here in just a second.
Yeah, bringing it up now, David. And again, special thanks to Dr. Cody Kellner for doing this. And
all right, Viking fans, get on your feet for the Lago Vista
as
fight
we
song.
take a look.
Let's go Vikings!
So we've got the Driveway Company stats update. Total offense, David. If you had to take a guess, what would you say?
My goodness, for the Leopards?
Yes.
42 to 4.
More.
More than what I'm going to guess?
More than what you're going to guess.
Well, how do you know? All right, let me take a real stab at it here. It's 42 points. Oh, let me say for 350 yards.
And I'm going to go back to what I said. More.
Wow.
They broke the 400-yard barrier, 407 in the first half. 262 yards rushing, 21 rushing attempts. 262 yards.
Wait, give me that again. 21 rushing attempts, 260 yards?
262.
So over 10 yards a carry.
12 and a half yards a carry.
Wow.
Good job.
Yeah, thanks. We're working on that.
The middle school teacher bringing it. And then 145 yards passing. Able 7 of 9 for 145 yards.
Well, and simply put, it hasn't been a completely clean game. A few penalties here and there, but my goodness, you couldn't make a serious complaint about any part of it with the serious look on your face because the Leopards have just simply dominated the game.
Yeah. So some more Driveway Company stat updates. Ryan Abel 7 of 9. He's got the 145 yards with 2 touchdowns. Of course, the long screen pass and then the pass to Kai Ritchie at tight end. Rushing, Red Hansen 8 attempts. 115 yards and 3 touchdowns. Just doing it.
Rhett with 3
touchdowns.
Okay.
Reed Migna 11 rushes, 110 yards.
He's got 1 at least, right?
And the 1 touchdown.
So there's 4.
Then Jaden Porter with 2 rushes for 37 yards.
Yeah.
So really just.
Well, Jaden's got a touchdown. Where's the 6th one? I'm missing it.
What's that?
Where's the 6th one? We got Hansen with 3, Migna with 1, Jaden Porter with 1. Where's the other one? Did I miss it?
Kai Ritchie.
Oh, that's right. Kai Ritchie caught 1. Yeah, great. That's awesome.
And then, of course, Gutshaw with the interception, secondary to the big Michael Moore hit.
Yeah.
Michael Moore 3 catches, 45 yards in the first half. Of course, Jaden Porter 2 catches, 64 yards in the touchdown. He had, the long screen pass. And Caleb Blanick with a catch for 23 yards, and then Kai Ritchie with a catch for 13 yards and a touchdown. So again, you're looking at it. Abel 7 of 9, but those 7 passes went to 4 different receivers. So really spreading the wealth around.
Yeah.
Then you got Red Hansen, Reed Migna in the backfield, Porter with a couple of carries from his wide receiver spot. So again, just kind of firing on all cylinders. And obviously, for the folks that have listened all year, they've heard us say Reed Migna, Red Hansen, Jaden Porter. They're kind of the 3 amigos, you'd say. After last week, Red Hansen went over the 1,000-yard mark for the season rushing. So the Leopards now have 2,000-yard rushers. Jaden Porter with 1,100 yards receiving on the year. So now the Leopards have two 1,000-yard rushers and a 1,000-yard receiver.
Well, I mean, I would really like to know the last time a team has had that. Two 1,000-yard rushers and a 1,000-yard receiver. If it's happened very often, it's not that often.
And then I think again, not sure. Things are always cloudy, but Ryan Abel could. I think he could set the record for passing yards in a season. Passing Bradley Lina, depending on what happens in the second half. Don't know that the Leopards are going to want to throw the ball that much up 4 touchdowns, but he could. He could approach. I mean, I think he came into the game with a little over 26 passing.
Wow.
So he's going to get close to that 3,000 yard mark on the season.
Think about this for a moment. Ryan Abel. Excuse me.
Yeah, he did start some last year. He battled kind of some injuries early in the year, and then came in and played. Did start one game, and then ended up breaking his leg,
season,
and then was done. So.
All right, we're about 2 minutes away from the start of the second half here in Birkelbach Field and the Georgetown Athletic Complex. David Gibson and Jared Brown, and what a terrific first half as we are wrapping up our H&M Landscape and Sprinkler postgame show. And, just really, halftime show.
David, for the fans listening at home, we had Anna Lale and Mackenzie Block entertaining us with some Christmas carols as we head into the holiday season. Phenomenal job by both of those
gorgeous.
ladies.
Absolutely.
Singing. So, and really just what a phenomenal job by the Leopard Band, qualifying for the state marching competition for the first time in history. Legacy dance team always doing a phenomenal job as well. So, we talk about this being the state semifinal for the football players, but it's also state semifinal for the band and the cheerleaders, drill team, everybody involved.
About a minute away from the start of the second half. Leopards are inside the tunnel.
And what would you say the Vikings are inside of, David? They're inflatable. Not really a tunnel, but
it's a ship.
A Viking ship.
It's a Viking ship.
Really one of the best inflatables I've seen in a long time.
I'll take ours. Nah, I hear what you're saying. It is pretty cool. David Gibson, Jared Brown. Leopards up 42-14 here as we start the second half of play. And Birkelbach Field, Georgetown, Texas, 30 minutes of football away from the first championship game in 32 years.
David, how old were you 32 years ago?
Why do you got to ask that? I was 16. How old were you? -3?
No. How long ago? 32 years ago?
32 years ago?
11.
11. All right. So I'm your elder. Here come the Leopards out of the tunnel, flags flying. And we're about to get this thing back underway. Nice touch with the red lights. Have we done that before?
Have not seen the red lights before.
The red lights down there by the inflatable look sharp. With the smoke. I guess when you reach this level, everything gets better, right?
Absolutely.
Want to remind you to make sure and stick around after the game. We will have our Joe Pack Player of the Game presentation, brought to you by Billy Rutherford, honoring a former teammate and Leopard football player Joe Pack. Also, we'll have our interview with head coach Ray Biles and get his comments and thoughts on the game. We'll have our final the Driveway Company stats update, and then we'll sign off, and Lord willing, we'll be talking about another game next week. We'll see.
Kicking for the Leopards, number 32, Connor Pewitt.
Connor Pewitt to do the kickoff duties for the Leopards, kicking from right to left. And we are back underway as toe meets leather down the middle of the field. Caught at the 4. Looking for room. Lots of red down there, and they'll swarm them under right around the 21-yard line, and that's where the Vikings will take over. Jared, if you're in there at halftime and you're in the Lago Vista locker room, it's 42-14. You're the head coach. What are you telling your team to try to get back in this ball game?
Well, I think you try to want to accentuate the good things, right? And it's not necessarily that Lago Vista has done anything bad. Lorena's just done a lot of stuff better, and so now you look at it. You've got 24 minutes potentially in the rest of your season. So you're going to go out, you're going to give it everything you got for 24 minutes, and maybe some good things happen.
4 wideouts for Lago Vista. Single back there is Parsons. No tight ends. Quarterback draw up near the 25-yard line. They'll give him 4 on first down. That'll bring up 2nd down and 6 as the clock is running now at 11:43 here in the third quarter of play.
Yeah, I mean, I think the other thing is you're going to try everything. You know, you basically empty the bag of tricks, and maybe you go for a turnover, maybe you get an interception, maybe a fumble return, maybe a kick return. But at this, you're just going to play. You tell your players, especially your seniors, just go out and play as hard as you can.
Bowen Staub, the quarterback for Lago Vista, has gone the whole way. Going to keep it again. Makes a man miss at the 25. Credit Staub for a nice run up across the 30. Breaks free. Going to be a race. 50. Breaks to the outside. Gutshaw again running him down. My goodness.
And
how many times have we seen that this year?
Oh, too many. Or not too many. But credit Colton Dale coming from the far side to kind of force Bowen Staub to stop. And then Gutshaw, who was chasing him down on the play, ends up running him out of bounds. Just phenomenal job by Joe Gutshaw tonight all over the field.
At the top of your screen for Lago Vista, Ethan Helton. He's kind of their main target at wideout, and he's up there in one-on-one coverage. No safety over the top. Staub's just looking the situation over. He's ready. Options to Parsons. Hit at the 40, knocked off his pins.
Who else but
Braylon Henry.
Leopard's leading tackler on the season, Braylon Henry, comes in, does a solid job, and drops him for a 2-yard loss.
When you've got guys like Braylon Henry running around a linebacker, I mean, very rarely do you see an offensive lineman reach Braylon Henry because of and credit the defensive lineman for that. But Braylon with that speed, man, and that low center of gravity, get down low, tackle. What a terrific football player. 10:25 left here in the third quarter of play. Leopards up big. Passing across the middle. Almost intercepted by Michael Moore, and that'll bring up.
Yeah, Braden Smith on the intended receiver, and he kind of had to turn into defensive back as Michael Moore had an interception, and Braden Smith, not to be confused with Braden Smith, Coach Ray Biles' son-in-law, but Braden Smith, the Lago Vista wide receiver, breaks the pass up, but Lago Vista looking at about a 3rd and 12 from the Leopard 40-yard line.
They need the 27 to pick up the line to gain there and get a new set of downs. Leopards players waving their hands, getting their fans back into it. Staub, bootlegs out of there. He's looking to throw. In trouble. Throws it towards his intended receiver low, unable to come up with it. Would have been well short of the first down anyway, and that'll bring up a 4th down and 12. And if you're Lago Vista, Jared, you got to go for it here.
Well, I mean, you can't punt the ball back to Lorena. Yeah, you're inside their territory. It's 4th and 12, but you're at the 40-yard line. A little too far to kick a field goal. Now, Marlon Gavarete does have a great leg. Saw him kicking in warm-ups. He's really can boot the ball, but you got to get a touchdown here if you're Lago Vista.
Clock stopped at 10:09 here in the third quarter play on your Billy Kelly CPA scoreboard. Again, they need the 37. That's the line to gain. The 27, excuse me. That's the line to gain. Ball spotted at the 40. Pressure. Going to throw it away on 4th down as Joe Gutshaw. And let's see. That was Jacob Jackson in there as well. Just too much.
Yeah, so a big D1 training defensive stop as really Staub could do nothing but throw it out of bounds as Joe Gutshaw was in his face as he has been really all night.
All defensive stops tonight brought to you by D1 Training. You set the goal, we help you get there. And I'll tell you what, I got a chance to look at a lot of video on the things going on and listen to some testimonials that's going for D1, and that's a spectacular plays. If you've got life goals and it's not just health goals either, just life goals. That's a great place to go there and get the help you need to accomplish them. Get the support you need, really. Handoff there up near the 45-yard line, pick up a 6. But they have Jared. Those guys that were doing training, they work with athletes to get them, ready for college. I know you talked about
there's
cheer squad, right?
Yeah, there's a college in Waco.
Is
green
there?
and gold, yeah.
Oh, here we go. Quick tempo. Let's get back to that real quick. Now they turn. Go ahead.
But they're the official training partner of the Baylor Spirit Squads.
Yeah. So
they're doing some things over there.
I guarantee you this: their presence in the schools of Central Texas is definitely significant, and they do a great job over there of helping your young person set their goals. Here's Abel under a lot of pressure. He's going to throw it away. Red Hansen was over there, but that'll bring up 3rd down and about 4. They need the 49 for the new set of downs.
Yeah, I think he wanted to find either Casey Taylor or Michael Moore back on the left, kind of on a throwback. It wasn't there, so Abel just rolls to his right, throws it out of bounds, and Leopards try to pick up this. I'd say a big 3rd down, about 3rd and 4. Again, you want to kind of keep the first downs going, keep the clock rolling, and close out what has just been a really great job by this Leopard team tonight.
Now bring up 3rd down.
Casey Taylor, Michael Moore in there. They're going to go to the far side of the field and join Jaden Porter. Caleb Blanick, the tight end, on the near side. Red Hansen back there after they're going to give it to Porter. Hansen's there. Porter in trouble. He's going to be swarmed under, short of the 1st down. They picked up a yard. Nice defense there that time by Lago Vista, and that'll bring up 4th down and 3.
And I wonder if the Leopards are going to leave the offense out there and maybe try to go for it. Now it looks like they're going to bring the punting unit in. But again, with 4th and just a few yards to go, if Jaden Porter gets the look that he wants, he can take off and run with it, as he did earlier in the ball game, which really set up a Leopard touchdown in the first half.
Yeah, and you don't want to do something and give the other team life either, especially the way the Leopards are playing. But would have been fun to see it. A nice kick, caught at the 21, fair caught there, and that's where Lago Vista will take over with 8:40 left in the 3rd quarter. Leopards up 42-14. We'll keep it here.
So David, if I'm correct on that, I think that is Lorena and Jaden Porter's 15th punt of the year. The Leopards have only punted 15 times all year, and he's averaging coming into this game, was averaging about 47 yards a punt. I think that one went for about 35.
Well, the best part of it was that hang time, right?
Right, exactly. He had to fair catch it. Now, Lago Vista essentially starting at their in between their 20 and 21 yard line. Call it the 21.
Stop back in there at quarterback. 3 wides, 2 backs, no tight ends. Hand off to David Garcia. He is into the line of scrimmage and wrapped up by a Leopard there. Let's see who that was. Baxter Bankston brings him down. I tell you what, credit Baxter Bankston there. He's given up about 50 pounds. And he wraps him up and does a great job of getting him to the ground after a gain of 1. 2nd and 9.
But I guarantee David Garcia hadn't had any of Miss Lee's biscuits. So Baxter may give up 50 pounds, but he's got some biscuit in him. So definitely the energy to bring down somebody bigger than him.
That's his secret, I guarantee it. He eats a biscuit before every game. Here we go. 2nd and 9. Swarmed under the backfield. Turley's there. Cason Pitts there, and he's going to push him back for a loss of about 3 or 4. And Elsie came out of there with the ball. They're going to say he was down. That'll bring up 3rd down.
His forward progress had definitely been stopped, but great job by Cason Pitts and Cody Thorne kind of busting through there to stop Bowen Staub, really driving back for a loss of a few yards. Now Lago Vista looking at about 3rd and 12 inside their own 20-yard line back at the 18, and just can't seem to find any offensive spark tonight.
So 3rd down and 13. 7:20 on the 3rd quarter clock. Here comes pressure. Trouble. Throws it away. Nothing over there. Incomplete. And the Leopards once again with Cason Pitts and Jacob Jackson force Bowen Staub to get rid of the ball, and that's going to bring up another punting situation for Lago Vista.
Hey, David, we're obviously a long way from the field, but when you look at Bowen Staub, when you look at his body language, he just looks, I mean, like he's given everything he's had, and just doesn't have an answer for this Leopard defense tonight.
You know what? Not many teams have. And early on, you know, we faced Franklin, the #1 team in 3A Division II. We faced China Spring, who is still playing as well. And the Leopards have grown quite a bit since then and are a much better football team than they even were then. And well on our way here to a state championship appearance if they can just continue to do what those Leopards do. 42-14, Leopards up big here in the third quarter in this state semifinal game. Georgetown, Texas, David Gibson and Jared Brown. Back off the sideline comes Rhett Hansen and Ryan Abel, Jaden Porter, Michael Moore. Caleb Carrizales in there as well. Here comes Porter in motion. Handed off to keeper. Porter in the flat. Knocked off his pins. Nice open field tackle that time by Bowen Staub, and no gain.
Yeah, Staub going both ways for the Vikings. A lot of motion in there, but then the little outlet pass to Porter, but Staub comes up, knocks Porter down for no gain on first down. Leopards looking at 2nd and 10 from their own 40-yard line.
They need the 50 for the line to gain. Here comes Hansen. Puts his shoulder down, runs across the 45-yard line. They'll give him the 48. So nice pickup there of 8 yards by Hansen. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, just a solid job by Rhett following the left side of that line, and then makes the good decision to cut it upfield. Picks up 8.
Hansen, a terrific defensive end as well. One of the few players for the Leopards that necessarily play both ways, I guess. Here's a handoff to Hansen, and he picks up a Jesse Britt Automotive first down.
Yeah, just Hansen following his blockers over, this time over the right side, and he kind of lunges forward, picks up the big first down. Looks like we see Colin Hill coming into the game at wide receiver. Great to see the young sophomore getting some playing time.
5:50 on the clock. Abel looking to throw. Now he's going to scramble, steps up, throws it away.
And I think he wanted Colin Hill either on a stop route, and then when Hill realized that Abel was going to scramble, tried to go down the field but fell down. So Abel just throws it out of bounds, incomplete. The Leopards face 2nd and 10 from the Lago Vista 49-yard line. Clock stops at 5:39. Leopards up 42-14 on the Billy Kelly CPA scoreboard.
Get an update on that Brock game. It's 21-14. Sounds like things were tightening up maybe a little bit. 3 wides for the Leopards. Handoff, Hansen, 50. Shoulder down, bounces off a tackler, and dives across the 45-yard line down to the 44. Pickup, they need 5 yards there.
5-yard gain on the play. Tackle made by Bowen Staub.
You look at the CF Supply replay here. Hansen just does a terrific job of running behind his pads there and picking up 5 yards. Contact, yards after contact. He is one of the best. Kai Ritchie in motion, resets, hands off again, running behind Ritchie. Hansen cuts up, he's going to slip on the turf. Here comes a flag, and I don't know if that's what that is exactly. It looks like maybe a face mask. I'm not sure what.
That's kind of what that official on the far side was signaling. And David, we've got a score update in that Brock and Mount Vernon game.
And actually, they say holding against Lorena declined, and that'll bring up 4th down and 5 with 5:06 remaining. You have score update?
Yeah, it looks like with a little bit of time left in the third quarter, Mount Vernon has come back and has taken the lead 28-21 over the Brock Eagles.
That sounds like a terrific ball game. They were down 21-7, I think, at one point, right?
They were.
So 21 unanswered points by Mount Vernon, and they've got the lead. What quarter did you say that is?
About 35 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Okay. Leopards with an interesting punt formation. Jaden Porter waits on the snap. Helmet high snap is there. Jaden puts his foot into it. My goodness, beautiful high kick. Off the, I think that went off a Leopard actually, but bounces into the end zone. Flag comes down. Probably going to have kick interference there.
Yeah, Kai Ritchie kind of got within a whisker of the Lago Vista punt returner. And we'll probably have some kick-catch interference. So that'll take the ball. And that's going to be interesting because if it hit Ritchie's shoulder pad, is it down right there at the 11-yard line and they're going to mark off 15 yards from there? Or because it rolled into the end zone?
Is it from a touchback? Yeah, that's an interesting scenario. Leopards on track to get close to their scoring average. Well, definitely on track for the season. That's their scoring average right around 47, 48 points per game. In the playoffs, been even better than that. And here's the call. So apparently the mic is not working. It's going to go against the Leopard. Looked like they had an illegal procedure penalty decline.
Right, and that was he gave a signal I've never seen before. I'm assuming that's kick-catch interference.
It looked like pass interference.
But, and David, while we got just a quick break, I wanted to kind of take note, looking at this crowd tonight. I mean, this stadium, beautiful complex, Birkelbach Field here in Georgetown. And you've got two schools, the two Georgetown schools, big schools. But you look out at this Leopard crowd, and just by looking at it, you see, oh, they've got a huge crowd across this first set of stands. What you can't see is there's another lower level that's completely full of Leopard fans. So they're filling out probably 75 to 80% of these large school stadium bleachers.
Well, and I know people that have literally flown back into Texas to go to these games. Here's an option across the 35. Should pick up enough there for the first down. They'll spot him out of bounds right around the stick, and they'll move the chains on. First down, Lago Vista.
And great run by Logan Parsons there to pick up the first down for Lago Vista. But you can see Bowen Staub pitches it to him early and then just stops. He's got to be just starting to feel the gas running out of the tank.
4:18 on the clock. Staub's going to option again. This time he's going to keep it. He's slung backwards by Kason Pitts, and he'll lose you some.
Kason Pitts threw him down like he was a middle school player. He was going to lose about 4 yards on first down. If you take a look at the CF Supply replay, Pitts not biting on the pitch fake, throws him down all the way back at the 33-yard line.
Clock at 3:52 and running. Leopards have just whipped the Vikings up front on defense. Handoff in the backfield. Joe Gutshaw's there about the same time as the handoff occurs, and he'll lose some more. What a game by Joe Gutshaw.
David, what hasn't he done?
Yeah. Did we credit that as an interception earlier, or was that
yes,
a fumble?
it was an interception earlier.
So an interception.
Ball didn't hit the ground.
Multiple sacks.
I mean, I guess really all he hasn't done is he hasn't thrown a touchdown pass tonight.
Maybe we got one in there, although I don't think Coach Biles at this point would do that. Third down and a long ride on the big yellow dog. Looks like about 17 yards from here. 4 wides, no tights. Fakes the handoff. Staub immediately under pressure by Pitts. Going to the sideline again. It's caught out of bounds by looks like a defensive lineman maybe. And that'll bring up fourth down. And once again, kick. Do we have stats for those guys on the game? I mean, in the since the start of the second quarter, they've done nothing but go backwards. It feels like.
Right. Well, I mean, they did have the touchdown in the second quarter. Yeah. The Staub's 31-yard touchdown run. But outside of that, certainly in this half, I think they've gained about a total of.
For the Vikings, back deep will be Taylor and Dale.
Jason Taylor, Colton Dale back, waiting on the kick. Low window ring kick, going to be caught on the fly there by Dale. And they come to the near side. Can he get a block? He does at the 45, makes a man miss, stays on his feet. There's a flag down inside.
And the Leopard fans are not going to be happy with that call. Michael Moore kind of coming back, and I don't know if they're going to get him. It really wasn't a block at the back, so this may be the blindside block, but certainly looked legal from up here.
Oh, he landed. That was a clean block.
Leopard fans were not happy with the call. I think everybody on this side of the field saw that it was coming.
what we saw on the replay, on the CF Supply replay there, was that he hit him in the shoulder, he fell on his back. Blindside block. Okay. Well, it wasn't a block in the back, it was a blindside block. That'll march the Leopards back 15 yards. Should start right around their own 37-yard line, I think. 36 is where they put it down.
And I think in that sense, what they're looking for in that regard is if Moore just stands there and doesn't actually lay into him, he's just standing there and the guy runs into him, he's okay. But it's when he engages the block is when they call the penalty.
Gotcha. Jaden Porter alone at the top of the screen. They're going to give it off to Hansen. Line of scrimmage downfield. Big hole 50. 45-40. Look at Hansen pulling away. You will not catch him. Touchdown, Leopards.
And David, Brett Hansen's looking around. He knows he runs by guys, and he's looking around thinking he's going to be tackled. Nobody's there. And he just takes it for a 64-yard touchdown run. We look at the CF Supply replay, and you can see he starts looking around. Looks to his right, looks to his left. Nobody within 10 yards of him, and he takes it in for his 4th touchdown tonight.
Hey, Red Hansen is not a small man, and he has the acceleration to make himself just lethal in terms of carrying the football. Terrific run there by Red Hansen as Cole Nugent comes on to make the extra kick. Here it is, up through the fork and good. Right back with more of Leopards football. We're up 49-14 right after this.
Syntex Pond boasts the highest quality customer service in the pond business. Syntex Pond loans more than the competition and has great retail prices on used goods. With locations in Waco, Temple, and now Hewitt, Syntex Pond is there when you need them. Visit 801 East Waco Drive in Waco or 1402 West Adams Avenue in Temple, and the brand new location at 520 North Hewitt Drive. Customer service, higher loans, and great retail prices. That's Syntex Pond. CPA and the Dutton Harris & Company CPAs are focused on meeting the needs of small to medium independent businesses. With expertise in strategic accounting and tax services, Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris & Company CPAs will provide you with the structure planning, estate planning, compliance, and accounting your business needs. Put the experts to work for you. Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris & Company CPAs PLLC. Call 432-682-0963 or go online at dhc-pca.net.
Syntex Pond and D1 broadcast of Lorena Leopard football in this 3A Division I state semifinal. Leopards go up 48-14. Cole Nugent's extra point was a little wide to the left. Connor Pewitt now has the ball on the tee for the Leopards. He's going to put his foot into it, kick it down the middle. Lago Vista is going to receive it about the 5. Back up to the 25-30, where he's wrestled down at about the 34-yard line by a host of Leopards. Looks like Grayson Collins along with Landon Rucker in on the tackle of Gavin Hester. So Hester doing a nice job for Lago Vista returning kicks tonight. He's had 7, or I guess 8 chances to do it.
There, yeah.
But David, we always want to take time. Certainly got folks watching from all around the state. Scott Browder out in Levelland, who said he'd already booked a hotel room in Arlington for next week.
Okay.
Scott, we hope we get a chance to run into you next week, and tell you thanks for listening to the broadcast. And as another faithful listener, Steve Lastavica down in Missouri City, says this defensive line has set up camp in the Lago Vista backfield.
No doubt about that. Here's the play. They get up to Parsons. He's met at the line of scrimmage. A roll forward for a gain of about 3 up to the 36-yard line. Fun comments here on the YouTube. Bonnie M. Bain says, 32 years ago, it was a fantastic time at LHS, Lorena High School. Congrats to all those students who are enjoying some great memories that will last a lifetime. No doubt about that. Ruth McKinney, we see you. Garrison Locking, Dusty Saxon. Thank you all for being with us tonight on the broadcast and sticking with us here. Here's pass slung out, caught, going forward. 40, look out. 45-50, raced down the sideline and slung out of bounds there by Elston. That was their Ethan Helton, their primary receiver there for the Vikings.
Yeah, and Colton Dale almost fought through a block and tackled Helton for a loss, but he gets down the field into Leopard territory, but not before he's run out of bounds by Cameron Elston and is that Jackson Generals. Or I guess it's going to be right at midfield.
Nose of the football just touching the line there, the 50-yard line. 1:29, it was where the clock is stopped. I said that the extra point was good when we went to break. It was actually no good. 48-14 is the score by the Leopards. Here's a handoff. Parsons trying to bounce it outside. Got the 45-40. Trying to get downfield 30. 25. Stays on his feet all the way inside the red zone down to the 14-yard line. They're going to give him the 13.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to outrun Jaden Porter. Porter kind of laid a lick on him. Thought Parsons just fall out of bounds. Parsons does a great job keeping his balance.
It'll be first down.
And gets all the way down to the 13 before he's run out of bounds by Jackson Generals.
Remind y'all, plays tonight in the red zone brought to you by D1 Training. You set the goal, we help you get there. Appreciate Kevin Engelbrecht for stepping up and helping us get this broadcast on the air. Rollout. Slung out of bounds. Great coverage that time by Colton Dale.
And also a great job by Cameron Elston fighting off his...
Actually, I'm sorry, that was Jackson Generals.
Logan, he fought off the block with Logan Parsons and really put pressure on Bowen Staub, and Staub has no choice but to throw it out of bounds. Like I said, he's definitely had to make more throws under pressure than he's had to not without any pressure.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time he was able to stand in the pocket and throw the football. They've been trying to move it all night long, but even that hasn't really helped. Fox at 112 after the incomplete pass. Second down, and they can pick up a first down. The line to gain is about the 3-yard line. Ball spotted currently at the 13. Here's Staub. He slings it out. One-on-one situation. Gets away from Jackson Generals. Jackson stays with it, though, and pushes him out of bounds, but they do manage to pick up a first down. Credit Jackson for staying with them.
Yeah, again, another good job by Ethan Helton making a play there. And, David, you talked about, like, what do you tell the guys at halftime? You say, hey, we got to have somebody step up and make a play. Ethan Helton, the junior wide receiver, doing everything he can to get Lago Vista back in the end zone.
1:03 left on the third quarter clock.
Like we did have a flag down here in the middle of the field.
Yep.
As
at the 5-yard line.
Officials discuss it. Well, I see a flag at
and there's one back at there. Yeah, there's two
12.
Actually.
And one in the end zone.
Be something where you think. Well, I won't speculate. We'll just wait and see until they tell us. Looks like Ryan Abel's uncle.
On the offense, number 60. Holding on the defense, number 15. Those guys all set. Replay second down.
They said holding on defense 15. That would be Ryan Abel. He doesn't play defense. So I'm not sure exactly who they were calling that on, but.
Correction, those fouls were on white.
Okay, I was going to say, Dylan Abel might have something to say about that. His Ryan's uncle online with us. Looking forward to seeing my youngest cousin, I'm sorry, there'll be a cousin, tear it up in Arlington next week. That's fun to have the Abel family with us.
Holding on the offense, number 15. That foul is declined. Holding on number 60.
David, while they mark this penalty off, I was talking to Corey Pitts before the game. He showed me a picture back when a lot of these guys were in 7th grade, and they had the chance to go play at AT&T Stadium. You had Reed Mickna and Elijah Turley and Casey Pitts, and I'm leaving somebody else out, and I apologize for that. They had a chance to go play there at AT&T Stadium. Looks like they're going to get a chance to do it again, only with the red and white on.
Yeah. Yeah, I know they talked about having them maybe get in the same pose, take a picture. That'd be something special, wouldn't it? Here we go, Staub. Now with a long way to go. Bootlegs out of there. Throws it incomplete. That'll bring up third down.
And David, Staub kind of reminds me he kind of has a sidearm throwing motion, kind of like Phillip Rivers. Maybe, yeah, I mean, he's the best one I can think of that looks like it. And that's just hard, man, when you're gassed and you're kind of running for your life back there. You had Bankston putting pressure on him again. It's just, it's hard to really step into a throw and get something on it to complete it to your receivers. That ball falls harmlessly to the turf. And now Lago Vista's looking at about 3rd and 20 from the Lorena 23-yard line.
57 seconds on the third quarter clock here. Your Billy Kelly CPA scoreboard. Staub, this time to the near side. Pressured by Gutshaw, throws. knocked away at the last moment. What a play by Jackson Generals.
Again, just another example of another Leopard player stepping up, just kind of Johnny on the spot, looks up, sees the ball coming down. As we look at the CF Supply replay, of course, Gutshaw putting pressure on Staub.
When it looked like for a moment, Jared, that the receiver might be able to come back and make that catch.
Absolutely coming back to the ball, and Generals just, again, steps up and makes a huge play there.
What a night for the Lorena community. As I stand in the press box looking across the fans, full of red and black and towels being waved. And
David, there's got to be at least 5,000 people here on this Lorena sideline, or this Lorena stands.
Well, and again, you know, there's some. I work with some Lorena people during the week, and they're saying, "Oh, yeah, so and so was flying. Here's a long field goal opportunity. What a kick!" And I think that's right through the fork, and it is. So let me see what that. Let's say what 40-yard field goal.
40-yard field goal by Marlon Gabarete. Strong leg.
Could have been good from another 10 easy there.
Yeah,
so credit those guys.
The top of the goalpost.
Quick commercial break. Back with more on the Syntex Pond broadcast. Welcome back into Birkelbach Field here in Georgetown, Texas, about an hour south of Lorena, where your Leopards have made the trip down, lead 48-17. And it has been all Leopards in this football game, just dominant on both sides of the ball. And as it has all season long, it has started with the offensive and defensive lines, and then you had the skill players come in and just take advantage of all of that space, open space, and the secondary and linebacking core on defense just been spectacular all night long, as we saw there. Jackson Generals knocking that pass away, forcing that field goal on the last drive there for Lago Vista. Lago Vista. Get a Driveway Company stats update maybe here in a little bit.
We'll wait fly for the kickoff, David.
Sounds good. Onside kick, caught on a line drive. Terrific heads-up play there by Cason Taylor, who's had a nice game himself.
That ball was coming quickly.
It was. And it looked like it was kind of knuckling a little bit, too. I mean, that's
have a lot of spin
that's
on
a great catch there by Cason.
Yeah, David, you asked about the Driveway Company stats update. Really, most telling stat for the second week in a row, Red Hansen over 200 yards rushing in the game. 14 rushes, 201 yards, averaging over 14 yards a carry and 4 touchdowns. I think he heard us talking at halftime about looking at a Joe Pack player of the game, didn't hear his name mentioned, and said, "Fine, we'll fix that."
I tell you what's impressive about Rhett is his physicality when he runs, his athleticism in space, and then just his pure speed. He has looked fantastic tonight on offense. Speaking of Rhett, there's a handoff up the middle. They'll fight forward for a gain of about a yard. 2nd down and 9. Clock running at 34 seconds here in the third quarter.
Leopards don't have to snap it again to end this third quarter, so I reckon they would. Yeah, it looks like they're waving them over to the sideline now as they're going to let this clock run out. So, yeah, Hansen with 200 yards. Reed Mickna over 100 yards on the night. Really, he didn't really play outside of that first drive in the third quarter. So, Leopards with, as we give another Driveway Company stat of it, Leopards with 349, call it 350 yards now rushing on the evening.
350 yards rushing. Tell you what, that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. Leopard fans, we are 15 minutes from AT&T. We'll take a commercial break and come back with more of the Syntex Pond broadcast.
12 minutes.
Are you with me now? Ready to put it down. Start at the bottom, already forgot them, but they won't forgive me now. You really ain't ready now. You haters just in the crowd, but still I just look around. Are you with me now? Are you with me now? Are you with me now? Said, are you with me now? Ain't felt this good in a while. They want us to simmer down. Can you hear me now? Am I going in and out?
back early here. Handoff. Hansen dives over a man, is upended, and he'll get about 2 yards there. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 7. Leopards up 48-17. I said 15 minutes until AT&T. What I should have said is 12. And at this point, it's less than that. 11:37 as the clock continues to run. Leopards on the prowl for another Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt touchdown. Make sure you stay with us after the game. We'll have our interview with head coach Ray Biles and our Joe Pack player of the game. I've got a really strong feeling of who it is. Here's Abel looking to throw, getting pressure up the middle. He'll throw it out. It was intended for a Leopard down around the 35-yard line. That was Red Hansen, and it's incomplete. Bring up 3rd down. Or 4th down, excuse me. 4th down and 7. And the Leopards will trot Jaden Porter back there and get ready to kick. On the return for Lago Vista, number 11, Ethan Helton will make the return. Porter looked fantastic all night punting. Nose up spiral, gonna bounce inside the 20. Take a Leopard roll down inside the 10, still rolling. They'll finally kill it dead right around the 7-yard line, and Lago Vista will face 93 yards to try to put this ball in the end zone.
And David, we talk so much about what Jaden Porter brings to the offense, and he really adds an extra dimension within the kicking game when he's able to get that ball so high, not allow a return, and also have it roll down inside the 10-yard line at about the 7. So again, as you said, Lago Vista now has to go 93 yards, down 41 points, 31 points, excuse me, 48-17 here in the 4th quarter.
So inside their own 10-yard line is where Staub will take over there. Hand it off to Parsons, and he'll make it just across. Well, actually, he'll lose a yard there back to the 6. Line of scrimmage was the 7, so 2nd and 11, clock at 10:50.
And you guessed it on the play, Joe Gutshaw, Baxter Bankston, just arguably playing their, I mean, Bankston's got the sack, numerous quarterback pressures, but I mean, arguably collectively their best game of the season.
Yeah, they played really well right now.
Comes at the right time.
Love the way the Leopards came out and played with an edge tonight. No doubt, confidence as the pass is caught for a 1st down up near the, I'm sorry, not a 1st down. They get a gain of about 3 or 4 there up to the 10. That'll bring up about 3rd down and 7 or so. But, you know, Jared, anytime you haven't made it this far, and as good as these players are, and as much success as they've had, anytime you haven't made it this far and it's new like that, you just don't know. I know Coach Biles expressed a lot of confidence earlier this week, and he just said these guys have played consistent football all year long, and he expected nothing less from them. More pressure. Staub has completed a lot of passes to people on the sideline tonight. Wow, what a game going on against Mount Vernon and Brock. It looks like they've tied things up now. 2:28 left in the fourth quarter. Jared, think about that. Tied up, 2:28 left, a state championship game berth on the line as Brock came back. It looks like an Elijah Potts 20-yard touchdown run. And they're tied there. And a couple of teams trying to duke it out and have a chance to play your Leopards in Arlington. Kicking from their own end zone. Going to bounce at the 50, gets through. Kason Taylor's going to pick it up all the way back at the 30, and now he's back inside there. He'll try to get to the sideline and be pushed out. One of the few times, really, Jared, that two-man return team let a ball get to the ground.
Well, it kind of bounced between them,
yeah.
And it was kind of like, that, instead of a spiral, it was more end over end. And Dave, I'll give you a real quick, the Driveway Company stats update. You talked about Bowen Staub having a rough night throwing the ball. 7 of 24 for 82 yards.
Wow.
Rough night. Now, Vikings do have 148 yards rushing. Obviously, some long runs on those option plays and whatnot. Good job by Logan Parsons, but just
hey, thinking back real quick to that 30-yard touchdown, was that a run or a pass that they had, like back in the second quarter?
It was a run.
Okay. Keeper Taylor Cargill in there at quarterback. Can bring up second down and 10 after a no gain. He's got Rhett Hansen in the backfield with him. So Ryan Abel's night appears to be over. And it looks like Taylor Cargill could get quite a bit of playing time here late in the game.
And that's great to see. Cargill, a junior, so he'll still be here coming back next year. Could be poised to take the reins at quarterback for Lorena.
Sophomore Colin Hill was in the game. Leopard's getting some players a chance to play. Cargill hands it off to Hansen. He's hit in the backfield. He'll be pushed backwards and lose a couple of yards. That'll bring up third down and 12.
Yeah, that's David Garcia, again, one of the Iron Men for Lago Vista, going both ways, kind of driving Rhett back for about a loss of 2. So that could bring him right back to 200 yards.
Clock running at 9 minutes now, under 9 minutes to go in this football game. Leopards in control, trying to run as much clock as they can here. Be interesting to see if they let Taylor throw it to try to pick up a first down, or if they just kind of keep the clock running. We'll see. He is going to throw across the middle. It's intended for Cason Taylor, broken up there, I believe, by Bowen Staub.
Yeah, he almost intercepted that pass and had a lot of green in front of him.
Yep. Jaden Porter comes back on to kick it away. Clock stops with 8:37 here in the fourth quarter, and back to receive for Lago Vista is Ethan Helton.
Yeah, rare for Jaden Porter to have more punts on the night than catches, but he does tonight.
Jaden's punt brought to you by Bankston's. Gets another beautiful kick away. Going to bounce at the 30. Not the 25. Takes another leopard roll inside the 20. And they'll kill it at the 19. We'll take a commercial break and come back with more of the Syntex Pond broadcast right after this.
Down the ball at the 19-yard line. It'll be first down, Lago Vista.
My name is Riley Walker. I am not only a freshman at Lorena High School, but owner of Riley's Cookie Company. I got to turn my favorite hobby into a business. I create customizable sugar cookies. Are you looking for a sweet way to personalize your next special event? Contact Riley's Cookie Co. on Facebook or Instagram to place your order. I look forward to working with you.
And welcome back into Birkelbach Field here at the Georgetown Athletic Complex. Leopards up 48-17, 8:26 left in the fourth quarter of play. Keeper by Staub. He's trying to get to the corner. Leopards string it out there, and he'll pick up maybe a 1 or 2 yards, bring up second down and 8, and that'll stop the clock with 8:19.
David, you got Baxter Banks and Cameron Elston still out there on the field. Joe Gutshaw running him out of bounds. I mean, it's 8:19 left to go in the game, and those 3 guys still playing like it's the first quarter.
Yeah, and we've seen that all season long, and I at times I've said, oh, that's this player or that player, and been corrected, rightly so, that's just Leopard football, and those guys are so well coached, and they bring it every single day. Here's a handoff up the middle, no gain there on second and 8, and that'll bring up third and 8. Clock running at 8:12 here left in the fourth quarter, and
again, Joe Gutshaw on that tackle for no gain, and
how many tackles did Joe Gutshaw have tonight? It's for sure double digits.
Oh yeah, he's got to have double-digit QB pressures. He's got a couple of sacks, the interception. I mean, again, the guy has done everything that's been asked of him and then some tonight.
Pass caught across the 30. It'll be pushed backwards by Michael Moore there. That'll be enough for a Lago Vista first down. That game against Mount Vernon Brock's got to be getting fairly close to the end there. We'll see if we can't get an update for you on that. Jared, one thing we need to do is come up with our Butter My Biscuit word, and I think we might be.
I had some thoughts.
What do you
about
think?
This.
Like AT&T?
Well, either AT&T or Jerry World, and I've never really liked that.
Jerry World.
I've never been a huge fan of that nickname of the stadium.
All right,
but
so you're going to be a party pooper, huh?
Well,
7:02 on the clock as it continues to run. 3 wide outs. Hand it off to Parson. He's going to be met in the backfield and lose yardage again.
And again, Joe Gutshaw and Cameron Elston combining on the tackle for loss. Yeah, no, we can go with Jerry World. It's fun. It's catchy. So people may want to know, what does that mean? So you go to Butter My Biscuit.
Yeah.
Tomorrow they're open at 7, or you can go Saturday.
They open 7
on Fridays. Yeah.
Okay.
Saturday they open at 10.
Right,
but you go to Butter My Biscuit right next to Bankston's. You tell them, hey, you listen to the Look Live Streams broadcast with David and Jared. Say the code word is Jerry World, and you're going to get a free buttermilk or Texas biscuit with your order.
Vikings have really been playing on their heels all night long. Here's a pass downfield, going to be intercepted at the 44. 40. Jackson Generals, I believe, if I read that number right, he's inside the 35 down to the 32, and the Leopards will take over with 6 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, and again, you had the defensive line putting all kinds of pressures. Look at the CF Supply replay, David, and Bowen Staub just throws it kind of into center field where Jackson Generals is ready to go and make the catch.
I want to remind you that all replays this season and in this postseason have been brought to you by CF Supply. I want to thank Odie, Kevin, and Kenny Taylor for their support all season long, and want to remind you that when you build with CF Supply. So here come the Leopards back off the sideline, and I like this. Plenty of opportunity here for Taylor Cargill and some other guys well, it looks like they're keeping a lot of the stars out there, which is nice for Cargill as well. Here's a handoff up the middle, and he'll pick up a couple there on first down. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8, and actually they'll give him 3 yards, so 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, it's Cameron Elston getting in the ball game now. Elston, a junior, so he'll be around next year. Solid running back when Hansen and Migna aren't necessarily available. So good job by Cargill and Elston, kind of the future of this Leopard team. And, of course, David, realignment numbers came out this week. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
Leopards are going to stay in 3A Division I.
Love it, man. Love it.
Of course, they're probably going to get an opponent in their district that they don't like.
Franklin?
Yeah.
You know what? I think the Leopards like playing Franklin. Here we go. Handoff again. No gain really there, and they're going to say he lost a yard. 3rd down and close to 8. But no, I guess what I mean by that, Jared, is they've had great games every time they've played them. We went to Franklin, penalty down, it sounds like. But we went to Franklin a couple years ago. We won a nail biter right there at the end of the goal line stand. Last year they come in and they hold us off. And I mean, not last year, this year. And but we were talking with Eric Strelski about that last night, and just like, can you imagine that district? If we end up in a district with like Mahia and Franklin and those guys, that would be a tough football district. Here's Cargill. Hands it off to Elston again. He makes it inside the 30-yard line, but not a lot more. Get down to the 28, so we'll be facing about 4th and 6. Clock's at 4:23, continuing to run.
And it looks like, David,
we have an update.
Yeah, the other state semifinal, Brock and Mount Vernon tied at 28, going to overtime after. Not sure if it was Brock or Mount Vernon missed a 36-yard field goal as time expired.
Wow, it looks like apparently low snap on that field goal attempt, and so going to OT. That sounds like a terrific game.
Let them use all their energy.
There you go. Now you're talking. 3:55. Cargill's going to throw, caught by Ritchie near the sticks, stays on his feet. First down, Leopards, all the way down to the 20-yard line.
And what a great job by Taylor Cargill, selling the run, pulling it. Gets the pass complete to the big tight end Kai Ritchie for another Jesse Britt Automotive first down.
3:36 left on the clock, continuing to run after the first down. Leopards keep the ball, have a chance to really end the football game here if they can just continue to pick up yards and maybe get one more first down to the 10-yard line. What a performance by your Leopards tonight here in the 3A UIL State semifinal. Cargill hands off again. Looking for room, hunting and pecking in there, not finding a lot. Going to maybe get a yard down to the 19. They are in the D1 training red zone, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
And David, we're talking about D1. You set the goal. We help you get there. Leopards definitely set a goal tonight to come out victorious in this game. It looks like they're going to do that.
Yep. I thank Kevin Engelbrecht for helping us. Or they can flip-flop. Here we go. Taylor Cargill hands it off. Elston again into the line of scrimmage. He's fighting forward. They'll get another yard there. That'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
And David, do we think we've settled on a Joe Pack player of the game?
There's no doubt we've settled on it, but we're not going to mention it yet.
Of course. They got to just a teaser.
Yeah,
it's going to be one of the Leopard players tonight.
You're giving it away. Under 2 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. Clock running. Leopards using all the time they can on the play clock. It's down to 12 seconds. And now they come to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down. They need the 10 to keep the football. Handoff. Elston fights forward. He'll gain another yard. Tough sledding here. And that'll bring up 4th down and 7. 1:33 left in the game. Clock continuing to run. Leopards led, if I'm remembering right, Leopards led 42-14 at halftime and have managed to just really eat up the clock here in the 2nd half of play. Fourth down and 7. Caleb Carrizales in motion. They give it to him. 15-10. Caleb makes a man miss 5. Touchdown, Leopards. Caleb Carrizales.
And David, what a great job by Caleb Carrizales, the freshman, as he just takes the jet sweep, a simple play as we take a look at the CF Supply replay, and then just following his block and following the solid block.
I think that was Rhett Hansen there on the edge. It took a man off his pins there, and that didn't surprise me one bit.
And allows Carrizales to go in for the Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt touchdown to really put the exclamation point on this game.
48-17, and there's Rhett Hansen with a great block to spring another player for a touchdown. Extra point is good. Back with more of the Syntex Pond broadcast in the final 52 seconds right after this.
Landscape and Sprinkler is your one-stop shop for turning your dream vision for the environment outside of your home or business into a reality. From laying sod and installing sprinklers to the finer beautifying touches and year-round maintenance, H&M Landscape and Sprinkler can do it all. Whether you are looking to sell your home, attract more customers, or beautify your home to enjoy with family and friends, H&M Landscape and Sprinkler has the skill and expertise to get the job done just the way you want. Visit them online at hmlandscapeandsprinkler.com or call 254-732-6818. That's H&M Landscape and Sprinkler.
52 seconds left here in the 4th quarter of play. Leopards up 55-17, right about their average here in the postseason. And they've been averaging a final score of 57-19, I believe, if I'm remembering that right. And here we are at 55-17 in the semifinal game. Leopards on their way to AT&T and will play for a state championship in Arlington next week. Connor Pewitt on to kick off. Swings his leg. Another beautiful kick, this time a little shorter, caught at the 14. Up the middle. Flung to the ground around across the 30-yard line. And Lago Vista will take over there.
Tackled by a previous Joe Pack Player of the Game Award winner, Grayson Collins.
There you go.
So just, I mean, again, solid job by everybody all around.
We want to stay with us, fans. At the post-game show, we'll have an on-the-field interview with head coach Ray Biles, as well as our Joe Pack presentation, player of the game presentation. I want to thank Billy Rutherford again for sponsoring that award and honoring Joe Pack and the player of the game. Clock's at 46 seconds. Fans on the near sideline can taste it. New quarterback. Pass caught at the 35. Lowers his shoulder near the sticks. Quarterback is Jeremy Hill, I believe.
Jeremy Hill made the catch, David.
Oh, yeah,
that was Ryder Phillips. And Ryder Phillips actually started the game. He played the first play, and then Bowen Staub came on.
Clock running 27 seconds.
And I'm not sure if Lago Vista is going to snap it again.
They don't need to.
Guess what? We're going to Jerry World.
We're going to Jerry World.
Going to AT&T to play for a state championship.
The fans on the near side are on their feet. Towels waving. What should be caught across the 50. Michael Moore there to trip him up. They'll move the chains. Should stop the clock. 4 seconds is where the clock stops temporarily while they move the chains and reset it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and your Lorena Leopards have won another gold ball and are the state semifinal champions in 2021, and most importantly have punched their ticket to AT&T Stadium next week for a chance to win a state championship for the first time in 34 years. What a performance tonight by Ray Biles and your Leopards. We'll take a commercial break and come back with the H&M Landscape and Sprinkler postgame show. You're listening to Lorena Leopards football on the Syntex Pond broadcast. Back with more after this.
Syntex Pond boasts the highest quality customer service in the pond business. Syntex Pond loans more than the competition and has great retail prices on used goods. With locations in Waco, Temple, and now Hewitt, Syntex Pond is there when you need them. Visit 801 East Waco Drive in Waco or 1402 West Adams Avenue in Temple, and the brand new location at 520 North Hewitt Drive. Customer service, higher loans, and great retail prices. That's Syntex Pond. CPA and the Dutton Harris & Company CPAs are focused on meeting the needs of small to medium independent businesses. With expertise in strategic accounting and tax services, Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris & Company CPAs will provide you with the structure planning, estate planning, compliance, and accounting your business needs. Put the experts to work for you. Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris & Company CPAs PLLC. Call 432-682-0963 or go online at dhc-pca.net.
When I started over 3 years ago, my first goal was to really consider losing a little bit of weight. But really different than losing, I would really like to say that I've gained something. I've gained confidence, I've gained strength, I've gained stamina. So it's always interesting in today's society, right? We want to be leaner, we want to be smaller and so forth. And so we have this weight loss mentality. But to me, the gains have been more dramatic than anything else.
Did you know that half of Americans who use mail-order pharmacy miss their medications due to late delivery? Well, Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt offers all the conveniences of the large corporate pharmacies, but also offers fast, friendly service and the convenience of a local drive-thru and free delivery. Free delivery. If you are in need of a flu shot, now is the perfect time to visit Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt with no appointment necessary. Come by 511 North Hewitt Drive or call us at 254-666-5000. Stop waiting on the mail. Try Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt and let us take the frustration out of your pharmacy experience today.
Welcome back into Birkelbach Field here on in Georgetown ISD's athletic complex. I can't tell you what a privilege and what fun it has been to sit in this seat and broadcast this football game, this moment in history where the Lorena Leopards, led by their head coach Ray Biles, have punched their ticket for the first time since 1989 back to the state championship game. And we're kind of efforting right now to see who will be their opponent. But fans, you're going to Jerry World. Call your friends, call your neighbors, call your relatives, call anybody, and let's load up this caravan and take thousands to AT&T Stadium to support these Leopards. As the players line up here on the near sideline, they have break in their post-game huddle with head coach Ray Biles. And what a special moment for these seniors. I could not be happier for the seniors of this team as they play the school song. Leopards win by a final score of 55-17 here in here in Georgetown. And we'll take a look here in our H&M Landscape and Sprinkler post-game show at some of our final stats. Fans on the night for your Leopards, 528 yards of offense, and let's be honest, it could have been a lot more. The last quarter and a half or so really pretty much spent trying to turn the clock, and the Leopards, really kind of taking their foot off the gas, and which you would expect at that point. That's the smart thing to do, get to the end of the game and avoid any injuries and show respect for the game and your opponent. So yards per play, Leopards 9.8 yards per play. I want to remind you these stats tonight brought to you by the Driveway Company, your one-stop opportunity for concrete repair and maintenance needs. Thanks to Courtney Harmon of the Driveway Company for sponsoring the game stats. Looking at our passing category tonight, most of it on the ground for Lorena. Not a bad night, though, for Ryan Abel. And for Taylor Cargill, as combined together, they go 8 for 14 for 153 yards, but 19 yards of pass play. So very effective in the passing game. 2 touchdowns on the night for those guys, and most importantly, no interceptions. So even though we got off to a little bit of a rocky start there, we fumbled the football on a return inside the 5-yard line. Lago Vista goes up 7-0 to start the ball game. Leopards were unfazed, and they managed to just settle in and play Leopard football, and it was more than enough tonight, winning again 55-17. Looking at the rushing stats, that's where the Leopards did their damage tonight. 375 yards on 40 rushing attempts. Fans, that's 9.4 yards per rush in a state semifinal game. Receiving 153 yards tonight on 8 completions, again on 19 yards per pass play there. Penalties, not a completely clean game, but not bad. Leopards 5 for 65 yards as they hoist the gold ball in the middle of the field. Hey, if you're counting at home, that's gold ball number 5, and you can only get one more. A week away from having a crack at trying to do just that. First downs tonight, 17 for Lorena, 14 for Lago Vista. And again, that just shows kind of the explosive nature of the offense for Lorena. A lot of those drives were not sustained drives, they were just explosive plays. Ten first downs came on the ground and 7 through passing, none through penalties. Looking down those rushing statistics, Red Hansen, 17 attempts tonight for 203 yards, right at just under 12 yards a carry and 4 TDs. And we needed that after Reed Mickna went down earlier in I believe it was the second quarter, if I remember right. 11 attempts for Reed, and he was at 110 yards already, and 10 yards per carry there, 1 touchdown. Caleb Carrizales late in the game had a rushing touchdown of 18 yards. Cameron Elston, 6 rushes for 6 yards. He was really kind of in there to run the clock, and picking up about a yard a rush there.
Only authorized personnel are allowed on the field.
And what a night by your Leopards on both sides of the ball, and it's just fitting to me as the Leopards continue to dominate the line of scrimmage. It's been that way all season long. I remember earlier in the season we'd have fans texting us and letting us know that, hey, we need to don't forget about during the Joe Pack Player of the Game, don't forget about those offensive linemen. And you were exactly right. As you see the banner unfurled there at the 45-yard line, state semi-champs, your Lorena Leopards on the way to AT&T Stadium. Don't forget, guys, we got the Joe Pack Player of the Game Award coming up, and we've got an interview on the field with Ray Biles. Hey, we got he's trying to get your attention. Hold on. Hey, can you hit the lights?
A little closer, Stone. Are we good, David?
He can't.
Okay. All right. Well, we are down on the field with Leopards head coach Ray Biles. Coach Biles, congratulations on the big victory tonight. Just get your thoughts on the game.
I mean, our kids prepared well all week. There was never any doubt about the preparation part of it. I thought they did a super job of mentally being ready to play tonight, and then physically they got out here and got after it. I was very, very proud of them.
You say got after it, over 500 yards of offense, held them to under 100 yards passing, and just a dominating performance. And they should be. Just talking about the defensive performance. Just seemed to have the Lago Vista quarterback bottled up all night.
Any back throws from the standpoint of getting balls was, under direction and the ball sooner than he wanted to.
And then offensively, Red Hansen goes for 200 yards, for 100 yards. Ryan Abel threw the ball well, hit his receivers. Just is this you guys game plan for this and just execute the game plan?
Well, I mean, it's been the same thing all year long. We take what they give us, and if they're going to pack the box, throw it. If they're going to back off, we'll do what we can do with the running game. So thought our coaches did a great job preparing the kids, and then the kids executed very, very well.
Well, it's Lorena's first trip to the state championship game in 32 years. What does that mean to you, and then what do you think that means to this community?
No, it's not about me. I mean, I'm just happy for this community, the school, these kids who've worked so hard. And a lot of kids that worked their buns off in the past and never had an opportunity to enjoy this. So, we tell them one leopard, always leopard. So there are a lot of leopards out there that are a piece of what we're doing right now, and we're very proud of that.
Well, we certainly heard from a lot of the leopards tonight telling us on the chat that they're ready to be at in Arlington next Thursday. So congratulations on the win tonight, and best of luck next week in the state championship.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
David, we'll go back up to you.
All right, that's your post-game interview. That is your post-game interview with head coach Ray Biles, brought to you by the H&M Landscape and Sprinkler post-game show, and we'll hopefully have our Joe Pack Player of the Game presentation on the field here coming up. So, sorry guys, I kind of lost my voice here near the end of this, but down on the field here a little bit. We're a little bit further from the field, and so that's the reason for the further camera shot. But anyway, Ray Biles, what a moment for him. What a moment for him. His first trip to AT&T Stadium as a head coach after years of sowing in this community and creating a program. And it's wonderful to listen to former players and parents talk about Coach Biles and the way that he helps not only raise young men, but also just an excellent football team. And we are grateful to be a part of it here at Look Live Streams as well. So, again, just efforting on the field right now to try to find our Joe Pack Player of the Game. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to throw it to another commercial break and give them a moment to hopefully hunt that young man down, and then we'll come back with that. So make sure you stay with us here on the H&M Landscape and Sprinkler postgame show. Right back with our Joe Pack Player of the Game.
Landscape and Sprinkler is your one-stop shop for turning your dream vision for the environment outside of your home or business into a reality. From laying sod and installing sprinklers to the finer beautifying touches and year-round maintenance, H&M Landscape and Sprinkler can do it all. Whether you are looking to sell your home, attract more customers, or beautify your home to enjoy with family and friends, H&M Landscape and Sprinkler has the skill and expertise to get the job done just the way you want. Visit them online at hmlandscapeandsprinkler.com or call 254-732-6818. That's H&M Landscape and Sprinkler. With an auto repair, all you really want is to be treated fairly and to have it done right the first time. Well, Lorena's own Jesse Britt has been doing just that for over 20 years. Jesse Britt's Automotive is a full-service repair shop that can handle any of your automotive needs. Jesse's highly trained staff handles both foreign and domestic repairs, offers competitive pricing, and 100% customer satisfaction. Jesse Britt's Automotive even offers a free shuttle service to help ease your burden while you wait. So the next time you are faced with an auto repair, trust Jesse Britt to treat you fairly and to do it right the first time. Jesse Britt's Automotive, where they discount the price, not your service.
Back. Welcome back into a celebration of Leopards down on the football field. David Gibson, Jared Brown, Clay Gibson, Stone, and Benjamin Huey here tonight with us down in Georgetown, Texas. Your Leopards win tonight by a final score of 55-17. And I can tell you, fans, who your opponent is next week. Brock High School.
David, I'm still looking for him. I just have no idea where he is.
Has knocked off Mount Vernon, and it'll be Lorena versus Brock next week at AT&T Stadium. I believe that's a 3 o'clock kickoff on Thursday for the state championship, if my memory serves correct. And we are still efforting for this Joe Pack player of the game, and I'm determined to keep us here until we get it. I see him. Actually, okay, call Jared and tell him he's in the stands. He's in the stands. He's on the stands at the 35-yard line. So anyway, so back to our scoring drive summaries here, and those are brought to you by Toby's Autos. I want to thank Toby Miller. He has been a sponsor for 3 years and has been faithful all the way, and we appreciate Toby Miller. We hope that when you have a pre-owned car need that you will go and patron Toby's Autos down there on Franklin and in the stands. So anyways, let's go back and look at this. In the first quarter, Leopards put 21 on the board. What a way to start the game. They put 14 on the board. The score at the end of the first quarter was 14-7. David Garcia had a 4-yard run early after that early turnover for Lago Vista. Leopards down 7-0. Immediately get the ball back. And fans, this is where they just took control of the game. Red Hansen, one play, 75 yards. Cole Nugent adds the extra point. Leopards tied up 7-7 and never looked back. On the very next series, with 3:31 left in the first quarter, Red Hansen ran for 3-yard touchdown run. Again, extra point by Cole Nugent. That made the score 14-7. From there, the second quarter, Leopards put it in the end zone 5 times. Actually, 4 times by the Leopards. There was a 2-yard run by Reed Mickna, a 15-yard by Red Hansen. Ryan Abel pass to Kai Ritchie for 13 yards, and also a Ryan Abel pass to Jaden Porter for 61 yards. Jaden looking electric on that play. And they went into halftime with a 42-14 lead. Into the third quarter.
Is Stone signal good right here?
Into the third quarter with 2:22 remaining. The Leopards, Red Hansen goes for 64
David, are we
yards
good?
Right up the middle. I'll
Okay.
tell you what, let's go ahead and
Signal's
throw
good?
it to the field. We
Okay.
got our Joe Pack player of the game.
All right, David, are we ready to go? Okay, well, we are now joined down on the field by Leopard Junior defensive tackle, defensive end, everything. Joe Gutshaw. Joe, congratulations on the victory tonight in the state semifinal, going to the state championship. Just talk a little bit about the game and your feelings overall.
You know, we came into this game knowing it was going to be a hard game. We know they weren't just a blowover team. So we worked all week, and we did what we did to prepare, and we came out with the victory, you know. I feel great. You know, it's my first time ever going to a state championship. But, you know, I got to celebrate with the team and get back to work Monday.
Absolutely. So you were in the Lago Vista backfield all night. Just I'm sure Bowen Staub's going to have nightmares about seeing 49. Was this more like, were you guys game plan for this? And just talk about your performance against that Lago Vista offensive line that allowed you to be in their backfield all night.
Well, really, as much as the sunlight or the sun shines on me, I got to give credit to my other guys. You know, Cody Thorne, Baxter Banks, Casey Pitts, Camden Brock. They do a lot of the work for me. You know, they take blocks, and I'm able to get them one-on-one and just do my thing, you know. So
yeah, doing your thing. You even got in on the in the action with an interception tonight. Just talk about the hit Michael Moore laid on the guy, and then you picking the pass off and returning it down. You know, that led to another Lorena touchdown.
You know, I just saw him, so I went for the tackle, and then I looked down and I was like, oh, I got the ball. So then I just took off running, and I was like, all right, let's score.
Great. Well, first state championship appearance for Lorena in 32 years. Just talk about what that means to you and this team.
You know, we got a great group of guys. We have a lot of memories together, and we just don't want it to end soon. So we're going to play this as long as we can and go enjoy ourselves.
Great. Well, we've had the conversation. The Joe Pack Player of the Game Award was established by Billy Rutherford, a former Lorena player who wanted to honor his late friend, Joe Pack, who was a Leopard player, defensive lineman like yourself, who always wanted to give credit to those around him, was a great player in his own right. Again, he always wanted to make everyone else better. And so you are tonight's Joe Pack Player of the Game Award winner. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, David, we'll go back up to you.
All righty. Well, fans, your Leopards are going to play for a state championship. I love from Joe Gutshaw there. I want to go celebrate with my team and then get back to work on Monday. Coach Biles has mentioned this recently in our pregame interviews that what this team really wants to do more than anything is get better. And so their focus every day when they go into practice and they go into school and they go into the game, it's to get better. And then the winning takes care of itself. So if you're focused on getting better every single day, just like these Leopards have been, then you can't help but get better. And sure enough, find yourself in Arlington, Texas next week for a chance to play for the state championship. Unbelievable. Everybody, make plans. You got to go. Head north next Thursday, the 16th. The game is at 3 p.m., and your opponent, the only team left standing in the way, is Brock High School. We want to make sure and support the team and be there. If you're unable to be at the stadium, we will have an audio broadcast. The game will be carried on Bally Sports as it is every year, those championship games. But we will have a presence, a Lorena presence on the air. We'll have an audio broadcast. That means we'll have a camera in the booth. You'll be able to chat with us during the game. And we would love to have you join us there in the booth as we hopefully celebrate a Lorena State Championship. We're going to call it a night and head back up north to Lorena. For Clay Gibson on the board, Jared Brown, Benjamin Huey on camera, and Bobby Stone on the sideline camera, I am David Gibson saying we'll see you next week for a state championship.